River Dragons hockey. I'm Tom Callahan. Thanks for joining me here from the Columbus Civic Center. The final night of the regular season is here. Who would have thought? It's gone so quickly. And, well, it doesn't really come down to tonight because the Columbus River Dragons and the Athens Rock Lobsters, while they do battle tonight, will also be right back at it on a Wednesday night in Game 1 of the Continental Division semifinal series. That's going to be right here in Columbus at 7:05 p.m., but we now know the River Dragons are third, second for the Rock Lobsters, first for the Carolina Thunderbirds. The only thing left to be determined, and it will be determined tonight, is whether or not it is Baton Rouge or the Blue Ridge Bobcats who are going to host that 4 versus 5 play-in game. So everything there is settled, but I'll tell you what, nothing was settled last night. The River Dragons, a big 3-1 win over the Rock Lobsters, a game that turned physical, and quite frankly, the more physical it got, the more it seemed to favor the River Dragons. Certainly they're going to want to continue that domination here tonight and try to carry it right on into Wednesday for that crucial Game 1. When you're playing it at home, you want to take advantage as much as you can. Minimal lineup changes for the River Dragons tonight. We're going to go over that a little bit later on, but right now we've got to get to our chat with River Dragons head coach Jerome Bichard. So he's coming up next, and then we're going to drop the puck just past the top of the hour. Rock Lobsters, River Dragons coming your way. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability, so for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Welcome back. Before tonight's game, it's the final game of the regular season against the Athens Rock Lobsters. We're joined by River Dragons head coach Jerome Bichard. And as always, this interview brought to you by F&M Cigars. So, boom, yesterday you come away with a big win over Athens. It got a little feisty out there, almost, dare I say it, had a playoff feel to it towards that third period.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, no secret that's who we're going to be playing. So, thought it was important for us to put our best out there. That's pretty much our lineup, per se. So, wanted to throw the best, and finally, that's probably one of our most complete hockey games in general. Didn't like the power play. We did score a power play goal, but I don't think I didn't really produce a whole lot after that, and that was scored off a rush kind of thing. So. But all in all, yeah, it was a little feisty, and I think that's what you're going to expect to see.
It's interesting that you've really been putting some of the rookies out there in key situations. I want to ask you about that. I mean, we see Plouffe out there, key situations. Hatcher started to get some PK minutes, things like that. I mean, some of these guys really seem like they're finding a place here.
Yeah, what do we got? 5, I think, and they can all play. And Plouffe has come in and kind of solidified himself a little bit. I mean, he skates well. He has good vision. He jumps up in the play. Maybe a little too risque sometimes, but he's not shy. And for a little guy, he's fairly physical, and he's got good reads and uses his body well. So, and then Hatcher, just one of those guys. He's got he skates well and he sees the ice well, and he's been kind of probably a leader on his team where he's been, and he's probably been I don't know if he's been on power play per se, but definitely he's a penalty killer, little water bug out there, and can scoot, and he sees the ice really well. So they've both been really good surprises per se, and the other young guys that have come in, they've all showed me that they can play, and it's just a matter of now it's kind of wait and see and see what the lineup has to as far as dings and rest and all that stuff, and I think depending on how the playoffs kind of work out, I think Wednesday, and then I think it's Friday, Saturday in Athens. So we're not playing 3-3, so that day off. It's always nice to have some fresh guys out there to be able to maybe jump in, and if not, if somebody gets banged up. So.
And I mean, really, what you're talking about is depth, right? I mean, the River Dragons have depth right now.
Yeah, I mean, all the young guys all see the ice really well. I think if you really look at it, like Plouffe is probably a little bit of an anomaly. Like Hatcher's really the only guy that's played NCAA. Everyone else has played junior. Usually the NCAA guys, college kids, are a little bit more game ready because they're older and a little bit more mature, physically and mentally and all that stuff. And, I think their games probably progressed a little bit in the junior guys. So, but Plouffe, you can't tell. So, and the other guys, last week in Monroe, you can, all those guys kind of had opportunities to get some really good playing time, some ice time, and I thought they both everybody played really well.
So knowing what you got from Athens last night, and then you're going to see them again starting Wednesday in this playoff series, what's important for you tonight? I mean, is it tone setting? Is it what are you looking for?
Well, you know what I mean. Tonight's going to go one way or the other. It's going to be nasty and really nasty, and nobody wants to give up anything, and they want to bow out and show their get their hair on the backs up a little bit, or knowing that the game really doesn't mean anything other than some pride. It might be a no-hitter and just let's get this game over with and move on. So I'd like to think it's probably not the latter.
I have a feeling, Boob, you might be right.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, they got a heavy squad. They got some big boys that like to throw it around. They don't like to be touched, and they all think they're untouchable, from Milan all the way down to whoever. And they're going to be touched.
There you go. All right. So, let's lead that into keys to the game then.
You know what? More of the same. I mean, I think we need to finish our checks and be physical against them. And I thought we did a really good job last night of managing the puck per se. We had a few sloppy kind of transitions or passes, but for the most part, we managed the puck fairly well. The puck got in and got out when they needed to for the most part. And, I think the one thing that I thought the refs really called a good game last night. I know a couple people were ticked off with some slashes. I'm like, no, They're slashes. Those are penalties. Every penalty that we got last night, we deserved. And I think they probably could have called a couple interference calls on Greco with some late hits, or nobody has the puck and he's just bouncing guys around. So, but for the most part, that's the key to the game. Just manage the puck and score on our opportunities. We had a couple in the first period that we could have buried them in the first period, and it kind of got away from us, and we didn't bear down around it. And we were lucky to get one off of Shanks, and good things happen when you throw the puck at the net, and Shanks goes to pass it or play it, and it goes in off of him, and that's the game winner. So thank you, Carter.
There you go. Absolutely. All right, Boom, thanks for joining us. More continued good luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, back with the drop of the puck in just a moment. This is River Dragons hockey.
Should I park in the back?
We help people sneak Pepsi into places that don't serve it.
What if they catch us?
We have a sports car. Hey man, this doesn't make burger taste better. Yo, what the
I thought Wendy was a ginger.
To enhance the flavor.
Where is everybody?
Sunday. Do not make eye contact.
Nobody here wants your Pepsi.
It's really good.
Oh, that is good. Say it into the napkin dispenser. Here's some Pepsi for some extra flavor.
So get the f*** out. Come on.
All right, we're back here on Columbus River Dragons Hockey. Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining me. And how many times has this come up? I don't know that it ever has, but we have a sun delay. The sunshine is coming in. It was on the goal crease where Matt Batesian was, and he had the officials over there, and they were trying to do something about it. There is now a little bit of a sun stripe behind him, but he's trying to get the sun out of his eyes, essentially. So that's a little different. But the setting sun here in Columbus, Georgia is actually leaking through onto the rink a little bit. So we're getting ready to go. River Dragons in the black, wearing the chrome buckets tonight, left to right here in front of our broadcast location. Period number 1 on Fan Appreciation Night. It is the final River Dragons game of the regular season, but they already know they're going to match up with Athens in Game 1 on Wednesday. So tonight, maybe a bit of tone setting, and here comes Columbus. Up the left side is Cody Wickline into the high slot. Chance for the River Dragons. Doe scores! Oh, there it is! Right off the hop, it's Connor Lind with the goal. Doe fed Lind on the right side. Wickline brought it in. And 22 seconds into the game, the puck finds the back of the net, and it's 1-0. Oh my goodness, what a quick strike there. Lind from Doe and Wickline, and Columbus is off and running. Boy, you can't draw it up any better than that. 6th goal of the season for Connor Lind. You talk about setting a tone.
River Dragons goal scored by number 27, Connor Lind.
Icing against Columbus.
Assisted by number 17, Austin Doe, and number 10, Cody Wickline, at 22 seconds of the first period. Again,
we haven't even gotten to tonight's starting goaltenders yet. Yeah, we will get to that here in just a moment. Faceoff coming up to the right of Matt Batesian. And trailing linesman coming in to, whoop, they had too many guys out there. Johnson's got to come off the ice. Athens was trying to start the shift with 6. Milan wins it back to the left point, and a shot coming in by Shinkarik is blocked, pushed into the corner. And now River Dragons trying to move it out of there. So Austin Doe, by the way, chasing some milestones of his own. After having the night off last night, just a veteran rest night, I told you nothing to worry about last night. Shinkarik again, his shot is blocked by traffic. So Doe, with that assist, that is a career milestone. That is assist number 300 for Austin Doe. He is now also at 498 career points. So congratulations to Austin Doe for assist number 300. River Dragons will push back in on the right side. Ryan Hunter with a shot up over the top of Rosenzweig around to the left point. A bouncing puck. Heck of trouble with that one. Looked more like a super ball. Ends up out at center. It kicks towards Plouffe. Plouffe jammed it into some shin pads there. Dumped back in. And Moore out the left side. Kyle Moore had 2 goals last night. One on the power play, one at even strength. Hunter trying to hop in around Shinkarik here as he goes back after the puck and ends up behind the net to Murray, who plays it past McDonald. And now the Rock Lobsters will attack through center. Virgili onto the right wing. Return pass for him, blocked by Slahetka. And cleared down. And down the ice, a race for it again. Murray and McDonald. And they wave off icing. Both teams changing in behind the play here. Murray with a little flip into space, cut off by Connor Lind. He has the goal 22 seconds into the game to make it 1-0 River Dragons. McDonald fires it far corner. Oja around after it. He didn't play last night. Slots back into the lineup here tonight. McDonald out the other side. Papa Petros is out for Athens. Smith on the right wing side, trying to move it along. Not out of the zone yet. Kept in by Columbus. Onto the right wing, and Thornton tried to crash down, couldn't get to the puck. Smith turning it back across. Pass cut off at center, finds its way back to Oja. He cuts in on the left side. Oja looking up front, Petizian save. Puck goes around behind the net. Out the far side, bang to the right point. Smith, wrister, and a blocker save there. Petizian, despite a lot of traffic in front. Storjahan on the far side, chops it along the wall. Drive coming in, right pad save. Petizian, rebound up the slot. Oja overskates. McDonald will flip that one ahead. Wick line up after it, no icing. He'll beat it out here. McDonald, smart play to put it in a zone for Wickline to go get so he could get off the ice. Wickline leaving right point. Underwood sends it low. A bank pass around to the left half wall where Block will try to send it in front. Puck still loose. Here's a chance. Blocked by the D. And it's flipped out to center. Wickline back in again. As cutting into the left side corner is Austin Doe. Playing out to center, Glukariev with it. Underwood trying to cut him off on the wall there. And now a little bit of help in the corner. The pile forms. Left side as the puck drifts free behind the net to Bockwell. The game became more and more physical as it went on yesterday, culminating in quite a bit of the rough stuff in the third period. So I'm wondering what we're going to see here tonight as Milan back in on the right side, trying to leave it up top. And Weisblatt cut off there at the line. Puck in the skates, and it is out as Columbus able to at least get it over the line, but turned right back in. Milan leaving up high. Shinkarik on the backhand. A shot save. Petizian rebound. Milan stopped on the doorstep. Into the slot. Here's a chance. Murray, and that one doesn't find the cage either. River Dragons putting a lot of bodies in front of the net. Petizian, I don't think, can always see it, but they're certainly getting their blocks. 4:45 gone in this first period. It's 1-0 River Dragons. Petizian behind the net to leave it off. Athens aggressive on the forecheck here. Johnson and Virgili were up there as it's cleared out to center. Shinkarik will turn back for it, watched by McDonald. Murray turning on the right side, dumped down, chased by Slahetka. A roller, and it's going to be an icing call. So we're going to get to our first media timeout. 5:08 gone here in the first. 1-0 River Dragons back on the board in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is when it's time for football season and time to have the boys over, Chick-fil-A was it. You bite into it and it's juicy, you got flavors popping. Oh yeah. On any DAY, I need CFA.
Hey y'all, my name is Soraya, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nugget trays is how easy it is. That convenience of being able to order through the app is just unmatched. When I place that tray down, those nuggets won't be there for long. Everyone loves them.
Introducing new Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, it's different.
Applebee's Pick Six with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick six is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
All right, we are back here on River Dragons Hockey. Draw coming up to the right of Josh Rosenzweig. Let's take a look at tonight's starting goaltenders. We hadn't had a chance yet. Rosenzweig is 27-0-1 with a .926 save percentage and a 2.22 goals against, opposed by Matt Patizzi, a 9.300 with a .926 save percentage and a 2.62 goals against average. Face off to the right of Rosenzweig. Pushed into the corner, McDonald after it. And now Virgili with it. He'll move it out of the zone. Poked away by Columbus. Murray tried to turn it the other way. Fired in from center. Around it goes. Rosenzweig is going to stop it behind the net. Try to play it to Murray. Inadvertently poked it away from him. Virgili's got to come back to help out. Athens able to move it out to center. Now on the right side, McDonald chasing it down. Ryan Hunter up after it. That is going to be an icing call once again. Icing brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air, where right now you can get a furnace tune and AC inspection for only $79. Book your appointment by calling 706-882-8888 or go to airforceheatingandair.com. Face-off will be to the right of the River Dragons goal. Milan in for the face-off here and across from McDonald. And it's left side. McDonald pushing it behind the net. Plouffe off the glass. And a bouncer out to center. Ryan Hunter pursuing. A rolling puck for Shinkarik. Moves it away to Glukariev. Already 1-0 Columbus. They scored 22 seconds into the game. River Dragons back defensively here. Nice play taken away left side. And now moving ahead is Jemaev. He's got more going to the net. Jemaev with a shot. Rosenzweig the save, and there was no rebound there. Moore went into the net there and tried to stay out of the way of Rosenzweig going for the rebound. And then he's getting pushed from behind by a couple of Rock Lobsters, including Carter Shinkarik. And he's saying to the ref, there's no reason for this. I'd like to get out of the goal crease. So then Weisblack comes in and pulls him down by the collar of the jersey. And now Jemaev having words with Greco. Rosenzweig with a draw to his right. McDonald winning it back to the point. Held in Slahetka. There's a shot coming in. Oh boy, that one Greco just tipped it away before it got to McDonald. McDonald on the near side. Try to flip it back to that right point. Plouffe stepping up. Bouncing puck, and that does find its way over the line. Turned over though. McDonald takes it away from Osha. Left side feeds it in. Here comes Ryan Hunter. Hunter down the wing as it's pushed around behind the net. And a backhand right up the slot taken away by Athens. The left side, Smith in with a long shot, but Patizzi in the save. Rebound ends up in the near side corner. Up to the left point, Osha covering his shot, deflected. Never really got on goal as Laheka clears it out. Ryan Hunter pulled it away as it's dumped back in. Everybody going for a change here. And already there's a lot of talking between these two benches. Carrying over from last night. Third period felt like a playoff game. Wednesday night, game one, it will be a playoff game, these two teams. There's a chance in front. Save Patizzi and going to his left on Gallant. And now here we go again. Pile forms at the side of the net. And they'll separate here. I don't think we're going to have any penalties. Well, we are going to get penalties. I'll tell you what they are here in just a moment. Hang tight.
For the penalties at 7:10 in the first period for Athens, number 17, Philip Diggs against cross-checking, and for Columbus, number 47, Saheka, 2 minutes for roughing, again at 7:10 in the first period. As for Gillian and super cross-checking, Saheka, Columbus, 2 for roughing at 7:10, team skating 4-on-4.
All right. 7:33 gone here in the first period. 1-0 River Dragons. And it's 4-on-4 right now. Cross-checking against Virgili. Roughing on Slahetka. Here's Milan moving in with a backhand save made, and the rebound off the side of the net. Great stop there by Petizian. And Milan upset behind the play. The ref tells him to keep moving. Columbus trying to forge in here, but unable to make anything happen there. Regroup now for the Rock Lobsters left side. Lucaria will wrap it around behind the net. Oja at the blue line. Did he keep it in? He did. Shinkarik. And now it was knocked out by McDonald, who will chase it down the ice. Nothing comes out of that race, and instead the other way it's Lucaria, but turned away by Underwood. And now back on the right side, here's Ryan Hunter. Into space, McDonald. McDonald in, through a screen, and that one blocked by Shinkarik. 22 seconds ago in the 4-on-4. 1-0 River Dragons, they lead the Rock Lobsters. Left side, here's Gallant chasing it into the corner. Gallant, league-leading goal scorer, had one last night, also leads league in power play goals, and his goal was indeed on the power play. As McDonald flips it out to center, but the pass is well behind Hunter. And they say it was played with a high stick. Odd that they would whistle that down if it was Ryan Hunter's high stick, because it was touched by Athens. So, well, they're saying it was Athens with the high stick, and the face-off back in the Athens zone. We're back to 5-on-5, by the way. Face off to the right of the Rock Lobsters net.
Let me hear you,
They're going to toss Virgili out of the draw. Gallant comes in for it. Doe wins it over the wall. Doe, Storjahan, and Wickline out. There's Wickline in front. Feeds it all the way up top. Plouffe over to the left point. Slahetka. Slahetka with a shot sticked out by Rosenzweig into the netting. This game's got a bit of a frantic pace to it here as we get things going early. Draw coming out to the right of the Rock Lobsters net. But once again, Virgili able to win it back. Slid around by Kolatarsi and Johnson. Pressured there, leaves it off in the corner. Puck out to center where it's dumped right back in by the River Dragons, right to Rosenzweig. He'll leave it aside. Colatarsi onto the right side. Gallant run into, puck ends up on the near side. And it is knocked out to center, where Gallant will try the right side for Athens. He'll just ease it into the corner and head out for the change. Johnson coming around. Pass up the middle, River Dragons. Onto the right side for Wickline. Wickline's up by himself as he dumps it deep. And he's going to head back to the bench. Bersani out up front right now for the River Dragons with Texmo and Doherty. And now stolen away, but only for a moment. Greco pressured, coughs it up at center. Turned back by Bersani. He'll throw it in. As Rosenzweig out to backhand it around away from Texmo up the near side. Johnson, Doherty in that pile as well. And now it will be Athens able to move it to center. Here's a pass over to Johnson on the left side. Swatted off his stick. A centering feed is cleared away by Texmo. Back down the ice. Doherty's going to give chase. Greco out the far side. Doherty read that one perfectly. Put him body between him and the puck. Forced it up top, but it's clear to the line, not out. Long shot coming in. Save Rosenzweig. Big rebound, and Doherty couldn't get it to go. Rosenzweig got a piece of the second attempt. Doherty knocks his man down and off the puck. It's turned over, fed to the right point. Linda shot. Rosenzweig the save. McDonald out there looking again. Tried to go cross ice. Pass blocked before it got over there. McDonald on it one more time. Tried to feed it down low. Banked off of him, and now it goes out. Thornton will turn it back. Doherty sends it in from center. Columbus will finish that line change. Ryan Hunter up there now with McDonald and Moore. As it's backhanded out. Picking it up at center, but not getting too far with it there was Stafora, and now right back comes Moore. Moore on the right wing side, looking up top. Kyle Moore behind the net, around the far side. All the way to the dot, a shot. That one is deflected away in front. Hunter, his shot, hit traffic, side of the net. McDonald couldn't get to the rebound. Now it's cleared out to Milan, and Milan knocked off it at center, but the play continues on. Right side, here's Weisblatt, leaving it into the slot. Milan with a shot! Diving block by Underwood, put it over the net. Now stretched too far for Moore, but that one's going to angle right in on goal. It's a roller. No, it skids just wide. 7:56 to go in the first. 1-0 River Dragons. Back with more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Hey y'all, my name is Tiara, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Spicy Chicken Biscuit is that it has the perfect amount of spice to jumpstart my day. I just love how the biscuit just matches perfectly with the spice on the chicken fillet. Whoever thought of it, thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Robert, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A Spicy Chicken Biscuit is the biscuit. It reminds me of my grandma's homemade biscuit. It's always buttery and savory. The chicken is always crispy. Then you add the spices to the chicken, instant classic.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Back here on Columbus River Dragons hockey. Tom Callahan here with your first period action brought to you by Chick-fil-A Midland, sponsor of tonight's Family 4-Pack. Great crowd on hand here for the final regular season home game for the River Dragons. The first playoff home game is Wednesday against this very same Athens Rock Lobsters team, so hope you can join us for that as well. Columbus winning the draw on its own end as they try to play it around to the far side. Kept into the right point. A shot trickling to the front of the net is cleared away. Hunter involved at center in a collision with Robertson. Shinkarik playing it back to Robertson. Glukariev on the left side. Into the slot with that feed. Bounced away. Now Moore left side. Fanned on a pass. Puck never left the zone. Glukariev on it. He gets run into. Now Moore runs into him. Underwood. And Hunter will dump it ahead to the line. Picked up there. Doherty, cross ice. He's got Jamaev coming in with a drive right into the chest protector of Rosenzweig, and he'll hold on. Doherty got put into the glass. After that, play kind of came to an end by Murray, and he goes over and says something to the referee about it. Then Shinkarik giving Jemaev a little bit of the stick and the cruck of the elbow there. It's all the game, the little subtle jabs, the extra stick work, the trying to lean on a guy, the extra punch, the extra butt end that the referees don't see or don't call. It's all trying to gain an edge right now. And these two teams, I mean, we talked about tone setting in the pregame show. That's what it is. It is gamesmanship in the tiniest, tiniest slices of time. As Storjahan's shot goes off the outside of the net, right off that faceoff. Chance in front of Gana, and that one is deflected out of play. Quickly out to front, it was Kolatarsi. And it ends up in the netting. But every little advantage you can gain, every time you can lean on a guy, every time you can get in a guy's space, or you can get the extra nudge, whatever it is, time your push so that as the linesmen arrive, you're the only one who gets a push. As Storjahan dumps it around behind the net. There's all kinds of ways. Slahetka for the left point. A shot deflects off a skate. Rosenzweig had to make a left pad save. Wickline lost it. And now pushing ahead. Dumped into the left wing corner. Johnson going to get it. Callahan over there with him. Ends up on the near side. Doe with a little slide up the right wing in the pass, but it's cut off at the point. Puck stays in. Lead for Gallant, deflected away. Wickline poking at it. Now it's pushed back in. Johnson trying to walk around the D, but nice job by Slahetka to just steal that one away. Bouncer to the line, not out. Heavy collision back in the River Dragon zone as Storjahan fires it in off the top of the glass. Again, it is a lot of just contact behind the play, but I am going to go ahead and quote Jerome Bichard from our pregame chat with Boomer. I know it was a little long today, and I don't mind that when Boom starts talking. Here's Morian as McDonald feeds him. One time, Rosenzweig a blocker save. But he said they do not like to be touched, and they will be touched. Meaning that Athens doesn't like to be hit. And the River Dragons aim to hit them. That icing is brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air, where right now you can get a furnace tune and AC inspection for only $79. Book your appointment by calling 706-882-8888 or go to airforceheatingandair.com. Face off to the right of the Athens Rock Lobsters goal. 1-0 Columbus, 5:37 to go in the first period. Connor Lynn, the goal scorer, 22 seconds into the hockey game. On the left side, Alden falls. And now the puck dumped in by Stafora from center. Petizian out to swing it around the glass, far side. Chipped on, and Hunter, right side to Moore. Moore in over the line, waits, feeds Ryan Hunter in the circle. A shot and a blocker save there. Nice job. Rebound right in front is steered away. Nice job by Ryan Hunter there just to get that shot through. He pulled it back, changed the angle just enough to force Athens to take another icing. And he got that one on net. Rosenzweig had to make the save of the post. Now Athens going to try to sneak a few guys out there. Alden is going to get onto the bench, and he should not. He should be staying out. But he's going to get to take a seat. Face off to the right of Rosenzweig. They're going to toss Weisblatt out, who tried to time it both times and did not time it either time. And now Shinkarik out, Weisblatt back in, I guess. And it's pushed ahead by Athens. They almost got to center and dumped it in, but it's on net, so no icing. Now long lead ahead. River Dragons, Doherty plays it across, slapped away as Texmo tried to cut in over the line. On the right side, Weisblatt with a shot. That one is deflected to the glass behind the net. Comes around to the near side, ends up that near wing on the boards. Played ahead Jemaev, and Pass eludes Texmo. Milan will dump it back into the far side. Bockwell after it. Around the rim as he takes the bump, gets it to the right point. Not out. Colatarsi a shot, and that it goes way out of play. We get shoving at the point here between Texmo and Colatarsi. That's going to get us to our final media timeout of the period. 4.5 to go here in the first. 1-0. Columbus in the lead. This is River Dragons hockey.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is when it's time for football season and time to have the boys over, Chick-fil-A was it. You bite into it and it's juicy, you got flavors popping. Oh yeah. On any D-A-Y, I need C-F-A.
Hey y'all, my name is Soraya, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nugget trays is how easy it is. That convenience of being able to order through the app is just unmatched. When I place that tray down, those nuggets won't be there for long. Everyone loves them.
Back here on Columbus River Dragons hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining me as the River Dragons right now with a 1-0 lead over the Athens Rock Lobsters. Face off to the left of Batizian. Good crowd on hand here tonight. Again, fan appreciation night. They were giving out ice cream sandwiches. They call them hockey pucks here. They're giving them out courtesy of Brewster's Ice Cream on the way in the door. I saw several people wandering around with those. They actually looked really good. I did not partake, though. Trying to be good. But also, we're going to have a lucky row going home with some Zelmo zip-in gas cards. I know somebody's winning NHD TV tonight. 4K TV, I should say. There's a puck put right up the middle of the ice, taken away by Underwood. Right side, here's Weisblatt keeping it low. All kinds of other gift cards, prizes, all kinds of fun stuff. Just winners chosen at random tonight. Hey, we're appreciating you, the fans, for showing up, showing out, and being part of Columbus River Dragons hockey. River Dragons looking to move it to center here. Underwood will fire it around the rim. Rosenzweig can only slow it down. Puck ends up at the far side corner. Tied up on that half wall now. The pile slowly moving towards the blue line, and the puck squirts out over the line. Plouffe on the right side. Fires it right back around the rim. Onto the left wing, off of Wickline. It ends up Johnson leaving it on in space for Jaley. Jaley in over the line. Fed it back left side. Johnson chasing to the corner. Plouffe trying to pull it out of his skates, takes a hit, puck to the line, not out, but given up there. And now 2-on-2, Wickline leave it onto the right side. Now 3-on-2 if they hurry. Here's Plouffe moving it over. Wickline off his skate, trying to feed it back in front. It went off the goaltender in the other way, and now a race. Here's Austin Doe getting back, and he bodies Johnson into the wall on the far side. Now Virgili trying to cut in, and he was sandwiched off by the D. Now another chance in front. Gallant couldn't get the tip to it. It's a little disorganized for the River Dragons in the D zone, but they're getting the job done at least. Batizian tips a pass out in front. And Columbus does get to center and is able to dump it down and get the change they desperately need. River Dragons falling back defensively, and now here's Alden in on the right wing, trying to feed it across, and a bouncing puck that would not settle for Shinkarik. McDonald pulling it out. He'll feed it behind, and Columbus up the left side, but the puck scoots through the skates of Ryan Hunter as he runs up on Greco. Greco ends up with it once again. Plays it ahead, and now it's intercepted. Connor Lynn's going to take off. Right wing leaves it at the line. Moore sending it back door. Penalty coming up on Athens for that chop on Lind. Actually, they're going to say the stick rode up, caught him with a high stick. So the first power play of the game for either side is for Columbus, as they go on to the loft power play, where they scored Once out of 2 chances yesterday. High sticking against Michael Greco. .1809 time of the penalty, so Columbus with a chance to capitalize and double the lead before the end of the period here. The Loft features live music every Friday and Saturday night. Show your River Dragons ticket stub for a 2-for-1 deal on cover. Only at the Loft, proud partner of River Dragons Hockey. Columbus will keep it in, only for the moment though. Chance to clear here is backhanded down the ice by Shinkarik. Hunter, Moore, McDonald, along with Storjahan and the captain, Kirk Underwood. Dragons bring it ahead, right side, curling, in space is McDonald. Flings it to the far side, pass deflected up in the air. And Columbus is going to be able to keep it in here. Into the right side corner, here's Underwood looking in front, pass right up the slot. Ends up with McDonald on his backhand. Sends it up and gets it back to the right half wall. McDonald cross ice feed, deflected on the way to Ryan Hunter. Hunter able to spin it back around the boards. Underwood cuts back, gives it to McDonald. Minute to go in the period. Puck to the right point, Kyle Moore. Down low for McDonald, deflected into the referee. Chance to clear, and Athens sends it down. Athens is doing a really good job overloading whatever side the puck is on. The River Dragons are doing a lot of work keeping it on one side. And that's kept them from really getting any opportunities here as Moore is in offside, has to go back out without a stick. Right side, knocked down there in the corner is Thornton as he got after it. River Dragons wanted another penalty call, but doesn't come. Half minute to go in the period as it's cleared down. Johnson all over Slahetka. And now, Johnson just pulled down Wickline right in front of the ref, and they didn't make the call. That's 2 in a row, could have been a call. But the reluctance to put Columbus on a 5-on-3 is pretty apparent. Fired down again, and that's pretty much going to kill the rest of this period here. Slahetka leaving it around, and now River Dragons are going to run out of time. That's the end of the first. Well, Malik Johnson got away with not 1 but 2 on that shift. And I don't know why the referees didn't want to call it, but they didn't. So the River Dragons will head off with a 1-0 lead, 20 minutes into it. And they will carry over a little bit of power play time into the second period. Not much, but enough to maybe win a draw, get a rush going. 9 seconds will make its way into period number 2. But the most important part of the scoreboard is the one that reads 1-0 River Dragons. We're going to talk about the scoring summary here, plus got that out-of-town scoreboard update coming your way on the other side of the break on this final night of the FPHL regular season. We're going to update you where everybody is, what's going on around the league. Several games tonight and 2 games of interest to Continental Division fans who will want to know what's going to happen between Blue Ridge and Baton Rouge. We may or may not know by the time we get off the air, but we'll let you know what we know, I suppose, when we know it. All right, taking a break and coming back in the first period intermission on the other side of it. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
all dream. But dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place. It's the way we do business.
And we're back on Columbus River Dragons hockey, 20 minutes into this game, and it's a 1-0 Columbus River Dragons lead. We're going to go back through the scoring summary right now, take a look inside the numbers from that first period of play. The only goal came about very quickly. Connor Lind, 22 seconds into the game, took a pass from Austin Doe. They kind of came together on the right wing, and very close to one another as they broke in. Wickline sent a pass across, intended for Doe, but Lind also jumping up into the rush as Doe knew that Lind had a little bit more speed there as Doe had slowed to collect the pass, tipped it on to Connor Lind. And Lind on the right wing was able to find room on the blocker side, and he beats the goaltender Josh Rosenzweig for his 6th of the season. So Doe and Wickline the assists, and it's 1-0 Columbus at that point. It was a feisty first period, although we only had a total of 6 minutes in penalties. The two teams, I think, a little bit of carryover resentment from last night when the River Dragons and the Rock Lobsters, I think it started to develop a playoff intensity, especially in the third period last night. Then we end up now in the situation where it kind of carries over to tonight, because these two teams, as of last night, know that they're meeting in the first round of the playoffs on Wednesday. So that being the case, Columbus is trying to set a tone here, because game one is here Wednesday, and in a best-of-3 series, if you win the first game at home, then maybe you're able to go on the road and try to do some damage up in Athens here. So let's see if Columbus can pull it off. I'm excited to see the River Dragons, after winning last night and leading at 1-0 now. I know that we have a lot more going on as far as hockey to play here, but you know what? I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what we're going to be able to do here, and as far as the River Dragons, maybe some damage in the playoffs. I mean, you get hot at the right time. That's actually a really good sign, I think. I think if you get into the postseason, and as long as you get in. I mean, we've seen some teams make deep runs and, heck, even win a cup from the 8th slot in the NHL. Go all the way on. The Los Angeles Kings memorably did it. Now, well, we're talking almost 15 years ago here. But you just need to get in, and you need to play well once you do. And all bets are off, especially in a little bit more compacted playoff series. You get a goaltender who's hot, can absolutely steal a game for you. You never know what's going to happen. So the River Dragons trying to set the tone here for a game one back on a Wednesday night once we get into the Commissioner's Cup playoffs. By the way, that power play the River Dragons are on will carry over 9 seconds of time into the second period. So both teams zeros on the power play. No power play chances officially in that first period. And shots on goal were 9 apiece. We'll take a break, come back with the Zelmo Zippin out-of-town scoreboard on the other side of the break, so stay tuned and join us for that. Plenty of playoff implications on the line tonight in the FPHL, so we'll tell you what's going on with Baton Rouge and what's going on with the Blue Ridge Bobcats. Stay tuned. This is River Dragons Hockey. Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet-friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home.
We work, sleep, eat, work, repeat. This is how we spend the majority of our time. And time is supposed to be one of the most precious treasures we have, right? Time together with friends and family doing the things that we want to do. And of course, we have to provide. But the life we're providing is supposed to be more than just food and shelter, isn't it? And how about experiencing more of the things that we like to do with the people that we love? The truth is that this is what people rank as their highest value. Leisure time with friends and family, travel time, unique experiences and beautiful memories. If you ask anyone from virtually any culture what they wish they had more time to do, it's to see new places, experience new things, amazing experiences, and share those with the people that they want to be with. It's all about quality of life. But somehow we just don't take seriously the importance of our leisure time together, do we? In fact, did you know that every year we give away more than 1 million years of our vacation time? That's right. That's more than 21 years a second, to be clear, given back in paid vacation time that we don't take advantage of. Why do we do that? Why do we not take advantage of our leisure time at leisure? And let's face it, too much of our time today is being spent with a small device in our hands, looking at a small screen instead of the big open sky or mountains or beaches or creating new memories. And today, we live in a subscription-based society, don't we? So many of these services are vying for our time and money. Subscription movie services, TV services, grocery services, gym memberships. And that's okay because it's convenient, right? But what about all those missing, amazing experiences and the memories that they create? You see, quality of life is more than what we do on the couch. What about those other important aspects, too, of our experience in everyday life? You know, how we feel, literally how we physically feel today and every day. And of course, we want to look our best as well. So some of that leisure time and disposable income is going towards these categories as well. So what if I told you that there was a club that was just as convenient, but delivers the best life has to offer every day, everywhere, and in every way that you want? This is exactly what we do at Club Viago.
Back here on Columbus River Dragons hockey, Tom Callahan here with you as the River Dragons up 1-0 after one period of play on the Athens Rock Lobsters. To the Selmo zip in out of town scoreboard we go. And in the FPHL right now, you got Danbury up 1-0 on Watertown. And that's about reaching the end of the first period in that game. Binghamton already out in front of the Venom 4-1 at the end of the first period in that game. Motor City and Port Huron tied up at 1 after 1. Well, Dashers and Bobcats scoreless halfway through the first period. That's one of the two big games on the agenda tonight. The other one is going to be the Zydeco game that is coming up against the Seawolves. That has not dropped the puck yet. That's coming up at the top of the hour, as is the Carolina Thunderbirds at Monroe Moccasins game. So those have not yet gotten underway. NHL scoreboard today, busy day in the NHL, 11 games. Going on right now, you've got the Panthers up 2-1 on the Sabres in the second intermission. After one period of play, Canadians and Leafs are scoreless. Blackhawks 2-0 over the Jets. That's at the first intermission. We have later face-offs tonight. Utah Hockey Club is at Dallas. Wild at Canucks. That's 10 o'clock. Then also at 10, Preds at Golden Knights. Blues at Kraken. Finals from earlier today, shootout for the Flyers. 4-3 over the Islanders. Blue Jackets blow the doors off the Capitals without Alexander Ovechkin. 7-0 the final in that one. Hurricanes 7-3 over the Rangers today. And the LA Kings 5-4 winners over the Colorado Avalanche. Looks like the Kings are starting to heat up heading into the postseason. All right, baseball, some finals from earlier today. Orioles 5-4 over the Blue Jays. Marlins 7-6 over the Nationals. 3-2 White Sox over the Red Sox. Braves in the win column, 5-4 over the Tampa Bay Rays. 3-1 Athletics over the Mets. 8-4 Yankees double up the Giants. 4-1 Phillies over the Cardinals. And 4-0 Tigers beat the Twins. Going on right now, bottom of the sixth inning. Guardians 3-1 up on the Royals. 4-1 Reds over the Pirates. That's in the middle of the 5th inning. Also, mid-3rd inning, you've got Angels 2-0 over the Astros. Brewers and Diamondbacks about to get it underway. Late starts tonight include Rockies at Padres, Cubs at Dodgers, Rangers at Mariners. And for those of you so inclined, the Masters leaderboard, as the 3rd round is now complete. Rory McIlroy is your leader in the clubhouse. Started the day in a group at 6 under and dropped another one out there, another 6 under par round today, and he is 12 under and the leader in the clubhouse by 2 shots over Bryson DeChambeau, who is at 10 under. Then you've got Connors at 8 under, Reed and Auberg at 6 under, and a 5 under a group including Day, Scheffler, Lowry, and Rose. All right, that's it for our Zelmo Zip In Out of Town scoreboard. We'll take a break and come back with second period action. Stay tuned. There is more River Dragons hockey.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmo's, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up. You can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmo's rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
And we are back in time for second period action here. River Dragons and the Rock Lobsters. 9 seconds of carryover power play time for Columbus. River Dragons will roll right to left in front of our broadcast location as everybody leaking out onto the ice here now and heading to the bench. Well, you know that I like a rousing game of Spot the Jersey. A lot of you longtime listeners, longtime viewers will know that. And excellent yellow cottonmouths down to the right in the end zone seats. Gotta love that. But someone dusted off a white Atlanta Thrashers Kovalchuk number 17. So that's cool. And they're sitting next to somebody in the old baby blue Thrashers jersey, which I haven't seen that person turn around to tell you what name and number are on it. But I can appreciate some vintage Atlanta Thrashers gear. So we also have a Reg Dunlop jersey in the house tonight. It's always fun to see. Of course, plenty of River Dragons swag, but the Zubris Devils jersey has returned. I see smattering of representation for the Flyers, Bruins, Preds, Capitals, and even a Hartford Whalers jersey, a Gordie Howe Hartford Whalers jersey. All right, and a Patrick Marleau Sharks jersey I just spied in front of me. So tonight is a pretty good night to play Spot the Jersey. All right, here we go. Face off at center. Columbus does grab it, but the bouncing puck makes it difficult, and Bach will have to loop back in. Time ticking down in this power play. Columbus will at least be able to start the rush, but out of the box comes Michael Greco. And the power play is over. Jemayev on the left side. Run into by Colatarsi as the puck is cleared out to center. The River Dragons on it there. A little flip into space. Texmo stretching for it. Can't get it. Greco's going to push up on the left side. Kind of ran into Milan there. And in the corner, Jemayev puts a shoulder into him. Puck sent back behind the net. Greco chopping away like a lumberjack in the corner trying to free it. Glukariev into the slot. Milan to the right point. Colatarsi fakes a shot. Now lets it go. Save made. Petesium with the right pad. And now Columbus. Left side, Texmo couldn't handle the pass. He might have had a chance at an odd man there, but would have been difficult. But now Glukariev pushing in, forcing that puck up the far side. Bersani just trying to get rid of it to center. He does as it bounces its way out there. They might have got one of the ones they forgot to freeze. Jemayev will lift it into the right side corner, head to the bench for the change. Bersani stays up on the forecheck. Cleared around to center. Thornton hooked up, but he got it back into the zone. Rosenzweig trying to deal with that puck, gave it away. Gallant trying to help out, moved it ahead. Johnson left it there, and now it is out of the zone. Repulsed at the River Dragons line. Columbus trying to slow it down here. Both teams trying to play with a pace that doesn't quite match where they are as far as being able to keep up with the play right now. Here's a centering attempt that ends up on the wall. And what I mean by that, it's a little too frantic. Puck in the slot. Fed up top. There's a shot blocked. And Lind in a race the other way with Johnson. Johnson's got Gallant going to the front of the net. Tries to leave it up high. Virgili backdoor for Gallant. Put it through his skates. That was an ill-advised pass back up top because there were two lock monsters there closing on Connor Lind. And if the shot was blocked, which it was, it pinballs out of the zone as that shot goes off the outside of the post. Boy, it's a good thing it just worked out the way it did there. I think Columbus is playing a little too frantic right now, taking a few too many chances. They scored 22 seconds in. That's why it's 1-0 in the first period. I think they wanted to do it again here in the second as Glukariev is steered wide by Lynn. But Columbus is doing it at a pace that is forcing some bumbles, some bobbles. And with a bouncing puck right now, they need to play it safer. Milan on the right side, a little chip into space. Here's a chance in the backhand. Milan scores. Well, there you go. That's why. Athens just kept, every time the puck bounced, every time it bobbled, Athens took it back the other way. And that time they stuck it in the net. River Dragons, I don't know if it's adrenaline, if it's nerves, I don't know what it is. Too much thinking, not enough thinking. Let it get the better of them. And now they really just need to collect themselves. Say, all right, that was a terrible start. Let's get it under control here. Milan with his 37th of the year. Face off one back. Plouffe on a rolling puck. Slahetka around the near side. Big hit on the wall there as Ryan Hunter ran into Weisblatt, and they have an exchange going up the ice as it's an icing call back the other way. Hunter and Weisblatt are still talking about it at center. Now Robertson's going to come over and shove Hunter, who gets shoved into Shinkarik. Honestly, a bout of the rough stuff would slow the pace enough for the River Dragons after that icing call here that maybe it would be a little bit better. McDonald into the face-off across from Milan, who just scored that last goal and tied this game up at 1. McDonald gets run into, but gets a puck out to center, and then he knocked down Weisblatt. The play is offside, and so Athens can't enter the zone. Robertson will feed it over. Shinkarik back onto the right side. Robertson through center, and here comes Milan. Fakes a shot. Carries to his left, slides it in front, poked away by Petesian. Slahetka on it. Looking onto the left wing side. Hunter trying to feed it ahead. It is deflected on down the ice. Columbus going to the change. Lead the other way off of Bockwell. Milan broke his stick on that play. Maybe Bockwell broke it for him. Left side sweep. There's nobody there. And boy, Storjahan is upset. He was a lot closer than Bockwell realized. I don't even think he knew he was there. He was about 20 feet up the wall from him. And instead, the icing call. So again, these are all little characteristics of how poorly this period has been started for Columbus. So they have to take a deep breath. They got to slow it down. They got to get back to the basics. They're chasing it a little bit right now. They're trying to make all this momentum happen, and they're not letting the game come to them, and they're getting out of the game plan a little bit and running around to try to throw the extra hit and trying to make the extra fancy pass here right now. They are feeling a weird pressure almost to make something happen immediately to start this period. Instead, they give one up. It's tied up, and Athens looks like they're pushing back on them right now. Well, two Rock Lobsters run into one another there. That was Smith crashing into his teammate. That was Stafura who ran into him as Columbus sends it down, and again another icing call against the River Dragons. 4.5 minutes into the second. See if the River Dragons are able to win this draw here. Start with possession. Bonk will over talk to the referee about something before being told to just get over to the face-off. Virgili near side, pressure behind the net, dumped back there by Bockwell. Bockwell hit by Virgili. Those two are still talking about it down low. Puck is still in that corner. Storjahan's going to try the far side towards Underwood. They form the ruck and maul on that far wall there, and the pile just finally the puck comes out. Storjahan onto the right wing. It bounces behind Wickline, who hit the linesman trying to dump it in. It is just not going the way of the River Dragons right now. It's a bouncer back through center. Thornton on it, playing it ahead. Stepping back for it is Moore. He runs into a check from Johnson. Left side, Bockwell. They'll fire it in. Finally, Columbus able to get that tired line completely off the ice. Gallant will backhand it out to center, and now here's Glukariev up on a rolling puck. He shoots and he scores. Glukariev put it on net. Petesian was out on the angle, went down, and it was perfectly placed over his right shoulder into the top corner. Glukariev wins a race, and Athens takes a 2-1 lead. Athens is a good hockey team. You just can't sit back on this team. You can't try to force things. They're going to push.
Athens goal scored by number
So Glukariev now has a goal and an assist.
As Glukarov from Callahan brought Lobsters goal at 5:42.
Milan picking up a helper there, so he's got a goal and an assist. Puck at the right point, there's a shot. That is wide, more of a pass for Doherty. He couldn't get a stick to it. Left point, Slahetka's shot blocked. Right side, Plouffe tried to put it towards the net, hit Weisblatt. Slahetka down for the left point, trying to keep it in. And it is a game of momentum. The momentum will swing back to Columbus. They just have to be patient with it, but they also have to be aware. Athens is a team that can burn you quickly. There is still a lot of talent out there on both sides of the ice. The Rock Lobsters didn't get into a 100-plus point position on the season by being bad. Milan carries in over the line, leaves it. Shinkarik with a shot. That one finds the glass. Weisblatt is removed from the puck. And Columbus getting to center. Trying to move it ahead. Jemaev, he'll backhand it in. River Dragons just need to play their game. Storjahan, Wickline, and Doe come back out. So Athens has scored twice to open the second period, and they lead it 2-1. Long lead, that misses. That's going to be an icing call. And that icing is brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air, where right now you can get a furnace tune and AC inspection for only $79. Book your appointment by calling 706-882-8888 or go to airforceheatingandair.com. 2-1, Athens, second period action. This is River Dragons hockey.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories. Unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet-friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home. Well, they've changed the assists on that Rock Lobsters goal from a moment ago. We'll tell you about that here in a second. 2-1 Athens. 7-11 gone in the second. Columbus had a 1-0 lead after one. Athens comes out, scores twice here to start the second. And that's where we are now. Stafora with a long shot and a glove saved by Petizia. So the assists on Glukariev's goal are now Oja and Gallant. The first goal remains Milan from Glukariev. The 2 goals in the first 5:42 of the second period. Things are settling down a little bit now here for Columbus, but just a lot of bouncing pucks and all kinds of issues. Trying to settle things down. Linesmen are over having a conversation between themselves. There's nobody over there at the dot to drop the puck. There's a quick shot off the draw, and that one off the shoulder of Petizzi and found the glass. Bonquill trying to push it up. There's a quick chance, and that one blocked by Underwood. Didn't get through. Doe in the pile. He can't get it. There's a shot ripped wide on the stick side. Pushed out to the far side, Alden, and now a penalty coming up against Columbus. Up top, Murray with a shot. Oh boy, that didn't miss by much. Bonquill to the touch. He's the one that's going to go to the box. Little extra behind the play there as Bonquill knocked down one of the Rock Lobsters. Gave him a little extra. It's going to be an elbowing call. So it's the first power play of the game for the Athens Rock Lobsters, who are 8th in the league, 20.5% on the power play. River Dragons 4th on the kill at 84.5. 7:52 time of the penalty. Draw coming up to the right of Petizian. Yesterday, the Rock Lobsters 0 for 5 with the man advantage. Milan trying to bank it ahead. Instead, it's picked off by Columbus. They'll move ahead. Here's Jamaev up with Bersani. He'll throw it around the rim. And now Bersani almost stole it away, and now it is given away by Gallant. And Virgili was hovering at the far blue line, so Columbus couldn't move it back to the defense. Eventually, they just send it down, and now they'll change the penalty killing unit. Right side, here's Gallant. Cross ice pass off the skates. Milan leaving it on the left wing to Weisblatt. Swept around Milan. There's nobody at the right point trying to catch up with the Virgili. He did. Kept it in. Good effort there. Weisblatt behind the net. Try to fling it around. Lind knocks him down behind. And now it's free on the near side. Up to the slot, a shot by Shinkarik. Save Petizian. Rebound! Petizian, the save again! Matt Petizian back-to-back big-time stops. Faceoff will stay to his right. Columbus doesn't have a shot in the period yet. Meanwhile, Athens has 7. Here's Shinkarik moving it on to the far side. Gallant backdoor feed, and Weisblatt couldn't corral it in time to put it home. Puck ends up off the back of the net. Milan started to celebrate, but it was on the back of the cage. River Dragons able to knock it free. And now racing up the left side is Storjahan. He's got help coming. Storjahan in with a wrist shot and a big blocker save there by Rosenzweig. Back the other way. Virgili feeding it into space left off in the high slot, and that's just a giveaway as Columbus will wedge it out and down the ice. And now get a final change of the PK unit here with 23 seconds to go on the man advantage. It's McDonald and Moore out there as they change up the D pair. Plouffe will head to the bench as well. Right side, here's Johnson trying to cut in. He was stood up by Thornton. Puck not out of danger yet, though. Kept him behind the net. Lind over after it. Swings it to the left point. Greco on it there. Off the stick of Hunter is Bockwell out of the box. Columbus has killed it off. Bouncer slid off the dasher and out through center. And now here's a race. Greco plays it just away from Hunter. Hunter on to Colatarsi. He'll put it in over the line, and now a feed to the front. Ends up Johnson taking it behind the net. Hunter survives the bump from Johnson. Used his momentum against him. They're now giving up in the slot. Colatarsi! A shot that is blocked. Nice job by Thornton to get out and get a piece of that one. Colatarsi dumps it back in. Lind chasing it back into his own end. River Dragons mount up. Here they come right side. Dumped in by McDonald. Cut off behind the net by Rosenzweig. He's got River Dragons everywhere except up the middle, so he feeds it there. Lukariev ends up with it. Trying to get to center. Dumped it right into the shin pads of Bockwell. Bockwell took a swing at it, knocked down Johnson. Puck swung over to the near side. Rock Lobsters will dump it back into the River Dragons' end. Fans trying to get behind Columbus here as Bockwell swings it off the glass out of the zone. He's been out there this entire shift kind of playing forward. And now he's back on defense, but it's turned over. Here's a chance. Sam Murray trying to break up the middle, but the puck continues on. Oldham with a shot, and getting out to get a piece was Petizian, and the rebound turned the other way. Columbus 3-on-3. Right side, here's Moore. Into the high slot, cutting back. Penalty coming. Moore shot, save. Rebound, Rosenzweig the save, and he holds on. And now Moore's going to draw a pile in behind the play. There was a tangle behind in the defensive zone, and Petizian was on his way to the bench for the extra attacker. River Dragons are going to get, or were going to get a power play out of this. Let's see if they still do. 8:33 to go in the second. We'll tell you about it when we get back. Rock Lobsters up 2-1. This is River Dragons hockey.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmo's, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up. You can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmo's rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is when it's time for football season and time to have the boys over, Chick-fil-A was it. You bite into it and it's juicy, you got flavors popping. Oh yeah. On any D-A-Y, I need C-F-A.
Hey y'all, my name is Soraya, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nugget trays is how easy it is. That convenience of being able to order through the app is just unmatched. When I place that tray down, those nuggets won't be there for long. Everyone loves them.
Back here on River Dragons hockey. River Dragons are going to the power play. It is high sticking against Smith. And so Columbus onto the Loft power play. The Loft features live music every Friday and Saturday night. Show your River Dragons tickets up for a 2-for-1 deal on cover. Only at the Loft, proud partner of River Dragons hockey. Columbus 0-for-1 on the power play here tonight. They came into the game 7th in the league, 21% even, 86.8 second on the kill for the Rock Lobsters. Columbus starts with possession. There's a shot coming in, tipped just wide of the net. Up to the left point, Thornton. Onto the left half wall, Wickline pressured over there. Wickline still with it. Into the slot up top, Thornton over to the far dot. Backdoor feed. Rosenzweig actually a save out of a deflection that turned it into a shot. Swept around to the right point. There was nobody there. Out it goes. Thornton will stop and turn it the other way. River Dragons ahead. Here's Jemayeff over the line. Wickline on the left side with him. Wickline trying to help out. Jemayeff in the pile. Puck still there in the half wall. Athens trying to dig it out, and they do. Split the D with it. Slahetka on it, right back into the zone. Slahetka feeding it into the high slot. Here's Jemayeff. Lost it. Turned over the other way. Thornton's going to have to win a race here, but fortunately for him, Weisblatt was exhausted at the end of his shift. Speaking of exhausted, Thornton trying to bring it back in. Left side, puts it right in on goal. Rosenzweig will stick it away to the far wall. Storjahan with the feed that's tipped into the slot and now sent down the ice. River Dragons will finish flipping out that power play unit. Underwood back for it. 45 seconds to go on the man advantage. 7:15 to go in the second. 2-1. Athens in the lead. Storjahan at the line, hooked up as he entered, got it across. Ryan Hunter, top of the near circle. McDonald switching places with Hunter, gives it to him on the left half wall. Hunter looking in front, slides it back door. McDonald off the heel of his stick. Up to the right point, fed back Storjahan. McDonald doesn't pass, waits, pulls it back up, leaves it into the corner. Storjahan off angle, chance. Rosenzweig to save, bouncing puck cleared away, and we get a whistle as Rosenzweig looks like he lost his helmet in the process there. That should keep the faceoff inside. That's actually a break for the River Dragons. Ten seconds to go in the Columbus power play. They trail 2-1. And it looks like they're going to switch it up. At least defensively, they're going to even things back out, no? Well, they are. For the last 10 seconds, they're going to change everybody out. So Bersani in for this face-off. Tying it up, Doherty to the circle, trying to help him. Taken away by Athens. One more time, they'll rifle it down. Goes over the head of Petesian off the glass. And that'll do it. Athens is back to full strength. Columbus 0-for-2 on the power play. Shinkarik to the line, tipped in by Milan, and now the River Dragons will regroup behind the net. Fed back around to Bersani on the right wing. He'll wedge that one high in the air. Bouncer comes down to the far blue line. Shinkarik pressured all the way behind his net by Jemaev. And Shinkarik almost gave it up back there. Had to bank it off the net back to himself. 6 minutes to go in the second. 2-1 Athens. Columbus will fire it back in. Left side corner off of Shinkarik. Bersani into the corner, trying to hook his way to that puck. Around to the left point, Slaheka moving it on to the left wing side. Into the high slot area up at the blue line. Plouffe for the shot, save Rosenzweig, and no rebound. And now Moore getting the hug from Murray. That was Bersani. The lines are getting in there. .5:44 to go in the second. Well, you can almost feel the crowd a little bit restless right now here on Fan Appreciation Night. They want to see a breakthrough goal here for Columbus, as the River Dragons have slowly gotten that momentum back. At one point, they were being outshot in this period 7-0. Shots have at least worked their way to 8-5 here. Columbus getting some offensive zone time here with a face-off to the left of Rosenzweig. Face-off one back, however, by Athens. They wedge that one just over the blue line. Glove down there by Slaheka, who tosses it right back in. Quick line, Doe, and Storjahan up front. Pass at center, errant to Slaheka, turned right back in at the line by Wickline, who was knocked down, and a penalty coming up to Athens. Tripping will be the call, and Columbus right back to the power play as Greco into the box. .14:37. River Dragons to their third, the Loft Power Play. The Loft features live music every Friday and Saturday night in downtown Columbus. Show your River Dragons ticket stub for a 2-for-1 deal on cover. Only at the Loft, proud partner of River Dragons hockey. Face off is one back by Columbus as they'll go to work. Here's Kyle Moore creeping in. Wrist shot, blocker, save Rosenzweig. Columbus, I don't know if they have some intel on Rosenzweig, the southpaw netminder, but they keep trying to go blocker side. That's where the first goal went in. Moore knocked out, trying to split the D, and it's cleared down. Well, this is a key moment in time in this game right now. Under 5 to go in the second. Columbus on its third power play, trailing 2-1. Up the left side, working his way in. Underwood, all the way behind the net, on the backhand on the far side. Puts it to the right point. Ryan Hunter, shot through traffic. Glove, save Rosenzweig, and he'll hold on. And we'll get to a break. 4:37 to go in the second period. More coming your way on River Dragons hockey.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
Back here on River Dragons Hockey. River Dragons Hockey is brought to you in part by BKI Accounting, a new age approach to old school accounting, specializing in payroll, bookkeeping, income, and sales taxes for small business. Learn more at bkiaccounting.com. River Dragons Still with some power play time here. Their third power play chance. They're 0 for 2, trailing 2-1 late in the second period. 1:15 left to go in the tripping call against Greco. Line shuffling back towards the top of the circle, but the draw bounces to the right point. Slahetka pressured by Virgili, but it's kept in with a little help, and now giving up. Johnson at center. They'll fire it down, and now Virgili catching it on the left side. A roller, he's got a chance, and there's a shoulder save there by Patizia. Stayed out, knew that Virgili was going to try a shot. Johnson runs into Jamaev, and he came in with the elbow high, and I think they called him for it. They did. Johnson will get the call for elbowing. Boy, I saw that one all the way up here, and he's complaining about it, but man, he led with that elbow from a mile away. And, I mean, sometimes it doesn't get called, quite frankly, but that time it did. So, power play chance number 4, and it'll be 5-on-3 for Columbus for 54 seconds. So a pretty good chunk of time here for the River Dragons to explore some open ice. Boy, how big is this face-off? Storjahan to take it. And River Dragons to end up with control. Underwood feed it over to the far side. McDonald back to Underwood. Underwood, McDonald. Side of the net, Storjahan will rotate out. Hunter out there as well. Underwood down low to Moore. Moore up top. Here's Underwood near circle, feeds it across. Down low, McDonald. McDonald up high. There's a shot blocked by traffic. Rebound, Storjahan on it. Underwood lets it go. Rosenzweig the save. McDonald will move up top himself. Switching with Underwood. Rolling puck feeds it to Moore. Moore looking in front. Traffic in the crease, deflected behind the net. Around to the right side. River Dragons keep it in. Side of the goal, Storjahan. Backdoor feed for Moore, and that one passed him to the left point, but not out. Underwood to Moore, bottom of the circle. 5 seconds in the 5-on-3 as Moore takes a look at the clock. Curling back in, Moore lets it go. Save Rosenzweig around to the far side. It's 5-on-4. Here's McDonald, side of the net, Storjahan. Moore in front looking for Underwood, and it's taken away in the pile. Back the other way, Milan, stick-handling it over the line. And it's fed down low and behind the net. Kyle Moore will regroup. Now 47 seconds to go in a 5-on-4. Moore leaving it at center. Storjahan in on the right wing. Storjahan looking for space to McDonald. Cross ice, Hunter. Hunter has help going to the front of the net. Hangs on to the puck. Feeds it to the back door. Wickline arriving on a change. Here's Slahetka out there as well. Back towards Wickline. Wickline. Down low, McDonald into the slot. Underwood had a stick tied up, couldn't shoot. Here's Slahetka looking for a seam. That's blocked, swept into the corner. Ryan Hunter after it. He'll feed it around behind. River Dragons have half a tired power play unit out there. 13 seconds to go on this man advantage, but they're battling for it. Wickline around to the left side to Hunter. Hunter down the wall, looking in front. His shot ends up in the corner. Hunter after it behind the net. Wickline. Penalty is coming to an expiration here. To the left point, here's Slahetka. Slahetka over the one time by Hunter, golfed into the corner. Near side, Storjahan. High up top to the blue line. A shot deflected by traffic. Ends up on the right side to Austin Doe. Doe for Wickline. Wickline trying to battle to get it back. Played up on the right wing side. Texmo arriving with a crunch. With the puck ahead to Glukariev. And here comes Athens. Fed on to the near wing. I think he was expecting Virgili to go over that. He did not. Wickline in the slot area ends up with it in front of his own net. On the right wing, River Dragons pass ahead all the way back to the Athens line. Athens turned it back and turned it over now at center. Thornton onto the right wing side, in over the line. Columbus looking for a chance. Doherty tried to force one on net. It goes over top. Texmo wanted to golf it to the backhand. It ends up at the left point. Slahetka. Slahetka down the wall, rolls away from Doe. Athens able to move it out. Glukariev to center. Chopped down from there by Johnson. And now Slahetka takes the hit there. Texmo couldn't get the puck. Centered. Taken away by the River Dragons. Now up the left side. Here they come. Thornton in. Fakes a shot. Got the D to drop. Now he lets it go. Save Rosenzweig. Big rebound. Puck at the side of the net. Texmo shoves it on net, and Rosenzweig holds with 58.6 seconds to go. Well, if maybe that 5, 6, 7 minute stretch to open the second is all the bad hockey Columbus claims out of this period, that's not such a bad thing, but it was enough to put them down 2-1. Faceoff will be to the left of the Rock Lobsters goal. Columbus still in a huddle back there. Shinkarik trying to get up there close enough to hear what's going on, and Blackwell threatening his well-being. River Dragons trying to push it ahead off the draw, chopped away around to the left side, and it rolls out to center. Deflected on by Bersani. Robertson chased behind the net by Jemaev. Left point, Blackwell holding it in. In front, Jemaev, a shot blocked by traffic. Athens is doing a good job getting in front of pucks right now. Here's Milan back up the other way with a shot, right pad, save Petesian. Rebound to the far wall, rolls to the point, a drive, and that one missed on the near post. Robertson flings it back cross corner. Petesian out to poke it away. Milan backhands into the slot. Gallant feeds it up to the left point. Shinkarik, his wrist shot. Petesian save, puck still free, they score. Virgili got buried in front. And even so, still able to put the shot home with 17.5 seconds to go. And it's going to be a 3-goal third period for the Rock Lobsters. So instead of Columbus finding momentum at the end of the frame, instead it is Athens, as Philip Virgili's got his 28th of the season. Milan now with a goal and an assist. He's at 101 points on the season.
Virgili assisted by number 9, Kason Gallant, and number 14, Carter Shinkarik at 19:43 in the second period. Again, that's Virgili from Gallant and Shinkarik.
Well, I guess not. Gallant and Shinkarik. There's another chance in front at the horn as it's golfed out of play. I don't know if they're going to give Columbus a delay game. Oh, here we go. Moore and Weisblatt getting the sticks up. That's bad blood from earlier that is resurfacing. And they're both going to end up with penalties here at the end of this period. Looks like referee is trying to get Weisblatt to leave Moore alone and go to the dressing room. Moore is going to get skated right into Greco, and the linesman trying to steer him around, and now Moore is basically calling out the entire Rock Lobsters bench. Referee is trying to get him to get off the ice. Milan is still chirping at center. And Doherty just kind of patrolling the dot at center in case anyone gets any ideas. Kirk Underwood goes to talk to the refs, but I mean, this one's far from over. It's 3-1 Athens. Good second period for Athens. And we're going to have to see if, well, not if, I believe there will be penalties here at the end of the period. We're just going to have to see what they are going to put out there. And so what we'll do, we'll take our break and head into the second period intermission. And as part of our wrap-up here, we'll tell you what all the penalties end up being from that end of frame squabble, I guess. But they didn't take too long at the box, so I guess it's not going to be anything too major. It might just be Weisblatt and Moore picking up minors. But now we'll tell you all about it in just a minute. Stay tuned. 2 periods in the books, 3-1 Athens. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can have...
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown!
Woo! Mountain Dew!
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place. It's the way we do business.
Back here on Columbus River Dragons hockey, Tom Callahan here with you as the pucks have been chucked down there on the ice, and the River Dragons now trailing at 3-1 after 2 periods of play here to the Athens Rock Lobsters. And it's, kind of been an interesting game here. At the end of the period, nothing. So far anyway, nothing listed on the sheet, so I guess we'll find out if they are going to put anything else out there. But for now, Columbus kind of has to be scratching their heads a little bit after that second period of play. Athens came out, scored twice in the first 5+ minutes of the period, added one at the very end. And it went from a 1-0 River Dragons lead to Columbus trailing 3-1 here in a good period for Athens. They had 7 shots on the board before Columbus even had one halfway through the frame. And let's take a look back at the scoring wrap for you. And I want to make sure I've got all the scoring adjustments they made here. So the first goal is Milan from Glukariev at 2:44, and then Glukariev at 5:42 from Oja and Gallant, and that made it 2-0 at that point. Now, Columbus actually had 4 power plays, 3 in the period, really. They carried over 9 seconds to start the period. But they had a 5-on-3 for just a little under a minute. Couldn't convert on that. Really only got one what I would call good look. And at the end of the day, the River Dragons, I think that's one that they probably feel was a missed opportunity for sure. And instead, late in the period, 1942, Virgili scores his 28th of the year from Gallant and Shinkarik. And it's 3-1 now after 2 periods of play. So that is not the period Columbus wanted to have. Good news is, though, they've got a third period coming up here and a chance to really reverse the momentum. And hopefully they're able to do that. Shots ended up 13-10 in favor of the Rock Lobsters. And for the game, it's 22-19 in favor of Athens. Columbus 0 for 4 in the power play. Rock Lobsters are 0 for 1. We'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be time to take a look at that out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Zelmo's Zippin'. Plenty going on in the world of sports. We'll tell you all about it when we return to periods in 3-1 Athens. This is River Dragons Hockey. Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet-friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home.
We work, sleep, eat, work, repeat. This is how we spend the majority of our time. And time is supposed to be one of the most precious treasures we have, right? Time together with friends and family doing the things that we want to do. And of course, we have to provide. But the life we're providing is supposed to be more than just food and shelter, isn't it? And how about experiencing more of the things that we like to do with the people that we love? The truth is that this is what people rank as their highest value. Leisure time with friends and family, travel time, unique experiences and beautiful memories. If you ask anyone from virtually any culture what they wish they had more time to do, it's to see new places, experience new things, amazing experiences, and share those with the people that they want to be with. It's all about quality of life. But somehow we just don't take seriously the importance of our leisure time together, do we? In fact, did you know that every year we give away more than 1 million years of our vacation time? That's right. That's more than 21 years a second, to be clear, given back in paid vacation time that we don't take advantage of. Why do we do that? Why do we not take advantage of our leisure time at leisure? And let's face it, too much of our time today is being spent with a small device in our hands, looking at a small screen instead of the big open sky or mountains or beaches or creating new memories. And today, we live in a subscription-based society, don't we? So many of these services are vying for our time and money. Subscription movie services, TV services, grocery services, gym memberships. And that's okay because it's convenient, right? But what about all those missing, amazing experiences and the memories that they create? You see, quality of life is more than what we do on the couch. What about those other important aspects, too, of our experience in everyday life? You know, how we feel, literally how we physically feel today and every day. And of course, we want to look our best as well. So some of that leisure time and disposable income is going towards these categories as well. So what if I told you that there was a club that was just as convenient, but delivers the best life has to offer every day, everywhere, and in every way that you want? This is exactly what we do at Club Viago.
Back here on Columbus River Dragons Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. And I tell you, every once in a while I like to see how the other half lives. And right now, one of the more thrilling NHL overtimes I've seen this year going on between Buffalo and Florida, believe it or not. But, well, that kind of gives you a little hint as to where that game is. But that OT is still going on. All right, let's take a look at the Zelmo's Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. Zelmo's has been fueling life's passions since 1999. And right now in the FPHL, busy night tonight as everybody rounding out their regular season here this evening. Starting with the hat tricks up 2-1 on the Watertown Wolves. That's 2 periods in. 6-1 Binghamton over the Venom after 2 periods in that game. Prowlers 3, Rockers 2. That's at the end of 2. Blue Ridge 3-0 up on Dashers, and about halfway through the second in that one, 5-0 now. Carolina over Monroe. That game's not even out of the first period yet. Zydeco 1-0 over the Seawolves. That is almost to the end of the first period as well. NHL, as I told you, Buffalo and the Panthers 2-2. That is in overtime. After 2, Leafs and Canadians still looking for the first goal of the game. Jets Blackhawks tied at 2 after 2. First intermission, Utah Hockey Club and Dallas Stars tied at 1. Later, puck drops Wild at Canucks, Preds at Golden Knights, Blues at Kraken, all at 10 o'clock. Earlier, in a shootout, Flyers 4-3 over the Islanders. 7-0. Blue Jackets blank the Capitals without Alexander Ovechkin. Hurricanes 7-3 over the Rangers. 5-4 Kings over the Avalanche. Major League Baseball. Couple of games that are going on right now. You've got Reds 5-2 over the Pirates, bottom of the 8th. And the Angels 4-0 over the Astros in the bottom of the 6th. Now this one on MLB.com has a little blue box on it, and it says no hitter. So I don't know who's throwing the no hitter. Actually, I do, obviously. The Astros are being no hit by the Angels. It is Ty Anderson, who's through 5 1/3 right now. So we'll see if Anderson is able to keep that going. But if you wanted to tune in, or maybe you just want to follow along, just giving you the heads up there that Anderson, into the bottom of the 6th inning, still got the no-no going. Top of the 3rd, Brewers 2-0 up on the Diamondbacks. And bottom of the 1st, Rockies, Padres scoreless. Cubs, Dodgers, Rangers, Mariners coming up later. Everybody else is a final. Orioles 5-4 over the Jays. 4-0 Tigers top the Twins. Phillies 4-1 winners over the Cardinals. 8-4 Yankees over the Giants. 3-1 Athletics over the Mets. 5-4 Braves win it over the Rays. 3-2 White Sox over Red Sox. Marlins beat the Nationals 7-6. Guardians 6-3 winners over the Royals. Masters leaderboard. Rory McIlroy atop the tournament with a 12 under par score. He is in the clubhouse, 2 shots ahead of Bryson DeChambeau at 10 under. Then at 8 under, you've got Connors in a group at 6 under, Reed and Auberg at a group at 5 under, then Day, Scheffler, Lowry, and Rose. So Rory McIlroy on top by 2 shots heading into tomorrow's final round. All right, well, that's going to do it for the Zelmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard, and that's going to do it for our second period intermission. It's 3-1 Athens up after 2 periods of play. We are back with third period action on the other side of the break. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmos, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up, you can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmos Rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
Back on Columbus River Dragons hockey. The Panthers and Sabres have gone to a shootout, tied at 2. River Dragons coming out here into period number 3, trailing 3-1, but trying to figure out if they can find a couple of goals, tie it up, or maybe even take the lead here in the third. And again, it was getting a little rowdy at the end of that second period of play. And I expect that dial to be turned all the way up here in the third. River Dragons in the black uniforms and the chrome helmets tonight. Kind of an unusual style choice for them. Generally, the River Dragons go black with the black jerseys, but they mixed it up a little bit tonight. If we see the chrome helmets, a lot of times it's with the teal jerseys. At least at home anyway. On the road, they do not wear the teal jersey with the chrome helmet very often. Underwood again over to talk to the referees before this period starts. There was some conjecture about whether or not there was a delay of game call at the end of period number 2, but I can tell you there was not. So Columbus and Athens each start 5 aside. Florida wins the shootout 3-2. Also an F1 note for you racing fanatics is that Oscar Piastri will be starting on the pole for the Bahrain Grand Prix. So I correct myself, we're starting 4-on-4. There were penalties apparently for Moore and Murray that have only just now been added to the sheet. We'll talk about it in a second here. Offside at the line. That is brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. Book your next appointment online 24/7, plus anytime through their Instagram and Facebook. Reservations are now required, so plan about 2 weeks in advance and book your next appointment. Get your sides lined up at Old School Barbershop. Okay, so it was unsportsmanlike conduct penalties to both Moore and Murray at the end of that period. So 4-on-4 to start here. I don't know why it took so long for those penalties to post, but either way, no power play doled out, but extra ice. Here's Connor Lind in with a shot. Oh, boy. That one just tipped away by Rosenzweig. Again, shooting blocker on the southpaw netminder. Lind into the corner. Tried to force it around. Tapped down to the near side to Thornton, who's down low. Thornton. Milan trying to steal it away. Puck in the slot. Wickline trying to sneak that one back and could not. Dumped in. There's a shot. Patizia knocks it away. Puck ends up in the corner. And now back up the right side. Here come the River Dragons again. Doe stopped as he tried to drive deep 45 seconds ago in this 4-on-4 with a shot on net clubbed by Rosenzweig, and he holds on. Jamath out with Doe, Bockwell, and Underwood. One back to the point. Here's Underwood stepping through, and it's shot block. Comes back to Bockwell, feeds it over to Jamath. Jamath curling back to the right point. Gets it across to Bockwell. Bockwell looking in front. His shot blockered away there by Rosenzweig. Rebound up to the right point. Underwood into the right side corner, and it bounced off the puck board away from Austin Doe. Up the left side now. Leading on is Virgili. Virgili in over the line. Backdoor feed. They score. Gallant puts it away. Just 1:49 into the third. It's 4-1 Rock Lobsters. And Athens has put themselves firmly in the driver's seat early in the third. So Gallant with the goal. That's his 40th of the season. And now Columbus has got to show some heart and determination here in this third period.
Jason Gallant, assisted by number 17, Philip Virgili, number 4, Joe Colatarchi, and 1:49 of the third period.
The River Dragons do push back in. Here's Ryan Hunter, but Colatarchi hit the deck and blocked that pass. Or the shot, rather, I should say, as it's flipped up on the left side there, and Slaheka can't steal it back. They come right back in on the left side. Smith with a shot. That is tipped away in front. It is now 5-on-5 hockey. Well, Columbus, there are no three-pointers here, so they just got to get them back one goal at a time. Plouffe backing up into his own net, trying to sidestep a check, knocked the stick away. Lucaria eventually could not hang on to it either, and it's cleared out. Milan on the left side. He'll dump it on into the left wing corner. River Dragons trying to play it up the near side again. Plouffe on the wall, and that one is tipped on out to center ice. Shinkarik will back up towards his own line, feed it ahead. Milan on the backhand. Fans trying to get behind the River Dragons here as Texmo onto the right side. His pass rolls away from Doherty, who could not catch up with it. And now a high stick there and no call. Bersani got hit right in the face by Lucaria, and play continues. Columbus has had some pretty good power play chances here. They just haven't scored on one. Doherty will move it ahead at the line. Here's a chance over to the backhand. Bersani, by the time he let it go, he kind of skated himself out of the angle there. Played around to the far side. Bersani over there on Gallant, bumps him. Now Texmo made the pass there, but would have liked to see the rookie pull the trigger on that shot. Instead of making the pass, Bersani was already on his backhand and cutting away from the net. River Dragons will try to turn it back. Hooked onto the left wing side. Advancing is Doe. His shot straight across the front of the net to the right point. Kept in. Underwood with a chance. Doe looking for the tip. Couldn't get a stick to it. Quick line arriving in the left side corner. Here's Doe. Left half wall. Feeds the left point over to the right side. Underwood will dump it around the rim. Into the far side corner it goes. Doe pinned up on the wall. Fed to the point. And it goes out past Underwood. He'll have to chase it back into his own end. 4.5 minutes gone here in the third period. It's 4-1 Athens. Underwood trying to move through center. Dumped it ahead. Athens looking to turn it quickly back the other way here. Stepping in on the left wing is Alden, but offside. Whistled down. Faceoff will come back outside the zone. Sweetbriar Fine Cigars is Georgia's oldest cigar shop. They have the finest selection of fresh, imported, handmade premium cigars. Enjoy your favorite in our relaxed, comfortable seating area. There's also a full line of accessories and custom blended pipe tobacco. Ask about veteran and military discounts, loyalty program, and volume discounts. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 7. Sweetbriar is located in the upper level of the landings on Whitesville Road, just off Airport Thruway. Online at sweetbriarcolumbus.com. Athens has to vacate the zone as they dump it back in. River Dragons looking to move this one up the right side. Plouffe back to the left wing, now back to the right wing to Moore, but way in ahead of the play was Ryan Hunter. Offside whistle down, we get to a break. 5:14 into the third. 4-1 Athens. This is River Dragons hockey.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can have...
Back here on Columbus River Dragons hockey. 4-1 right now. Athens in the lead. Gotten a little quiet in the building here. Fans trying to get back into it here as the River Dragons deploy for the faceoff just outside the Rock Lobsters blue line. McDonald in for the faceoff here across from Alden. One back and a roller. Plouffe onto the right side, fired in by Moore. Around the rim it goes on to the left side. Here's Ryan Hunter. Hunter all the way up top of the blue line, knocked out to center. He's pressured and coughs it up, and rolled just a little too far for Smith. Slahetka read the play well, got back on it, even though he's challenged in the corner, kept it from turning into a dangerous chance. Plouffe back behind his net. In the corner, McDonald trying to poke it along. Smith in the pile, comes into the slot. Alden is run over by Ryan Hunter. They're going to give him a penalty for that, and that's terrible. The puck had just gone through Alden's skates. I mean, he was looking down. The puck was there. Hunter hit him. And they're going to give him interference, I'm sure, but I disagree with that call. Well, roughing. Roughing? For throwing a hit? You know what? Why don't we just ban hitting from hockey altogether? Why don't we just take it out of the game? You're not allowed to hit anymore. You cannot possibly throw a check. You're not allowed. If you do throw a check, you got to fight. Or you get called for roughing. Let's just ban hitting. I've had enough. Let's just ban hitting in the game of hockey. Let's make it no-touch hockey. Stupid. Rock Lobsters onto the power play for the second time. In the left circle, here's Gallant. Virgili, side of the net, that would have swept down the ice. Shinkarik will go back after it. And he'll look to move it ahead. Shinkarik in over the line, poked away at the line. Virgili on the left side, Gallant back the other way as it's dumped back down the ice. Shinkarik has to settle the puck. Coming up on 7 minutes gone in the third period. Right side, here's Gallant curling back with it. Shinkarik banks it onto the right side of Milan. Back up top to Shinkarik. To Milan, top of the far circle. Feeds it down low. Virgili up top to Shinkarik. Over to the near dot, Gallant whiffed on the one time. Chance for Columbus to clear around the rim, and down it goes. See if Columbus can get everybody off the ice here, and indeed they will. Rock Lobsters doing the same. They'll change up that power play unit. 27 seconds to go on the man advantage. Shinkarik lost it. Ooh, Texmo right there, but he didn't quite realize that Shinkarik had lost it. That's unfortunate, but Lucaria trying to move it through center. Looking onto the left side. Alden will backhand it in, but Slahatke able to get to it, find the seam, and send it down. Columbus kills it off. Ryan Hunter out of the box, and now 0 for 2 in the power play for the Rock Lobsters. Here's Lucaria, pass through center, deflected, and it bounces on into the Columbus end of things here. River Dragons don't touch it because Johnson was all the way in and he was offside. That allows Plouffe a chance to move it ahead. He'll skate it in. Plouffe to the right side. To Moore back in front. Plouffe with a tip. Rosenzweig the save with the left pad. Hunter trying to tie it up. Cleared along. A bouncer to the right point. Out to center it goes. Turned back away from Smith. Here's Plouffe. Steps around one. Nifty move. Plouffe trying to get a pass across to McDonald. Turned back by Lucaria on the left side. Johnson's up pretty much by himself, driving down the wall. A shot tipped wide by Slahetka, and out to glove it is Petizian. 8:44 into the third period. Athens enjoying a 4-1 lead here. Columbus is going to need to figure out a solution here. Maybe at least get one back. As I say, there are no three-point goals in hockey, so you got to kind of just chip away at that lead and try to get them one at a time. Here's Wickline on the right side. He'll throw it towards the front of the net. It goes right across the goal mouth out the other side. Puck to the left point drive, and that one is ripped high by Thornton and ended up going on a play off the glass and into the netting. Faceoff will stay inside the zone. Fans still hanging around, hoping to see Columbus dent the twine a couple more times here. Faceoff pulled back by Athens. And the Rock Lobsters try to clear. Hits a stanchion, bouncing still inside the line, but now moved out by Smith on the left wing. Murray into the slot. Chased into the corner on the right side. Collision over there. Puck is bounced along, and it finally ends up with Cody Wickline. Wickline getting it back, a little give and go here, but the play disrupted. And they whistle that one down offside. Offside brought to you by Old School Barbershop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. Since reservations are now required at Old School Barbershop, I recommend making yours about 2 weeks in advance, but you can book online anytime, plus 24/7 through their Instagram and Facebook pages. Get lined up at Old School Barbershop. On the far side, Bersani and Weisblatt have both crept way in there. Weisblatt is certainly on the River Dragon side of that face-off dot. They try to rearrange him, and Weisblatt just scoots himself right back over the dot again. Bersani will chase a dump into the left side corner. Shinkarik will play it around to the near side. Doherty absorbs the bump there, and now the hit thrown by Jemaev. Shinkarik around to the far wing, down to the left point block. Will try to keep it in, and now it's cleared out, and here's Milan up one-on-one against Underwood. In with a shot. Petizian knocks it away. Rebound side of the net. Petizian's going to hold at the post. Take the face off here. Not a bad idea. These same two teams will get back at it on Wednesday night for Game 1 of the Continental Division semifinal series, Athens and Columbus. McDonald in there across from Virginia for the draw. If the score holds, it'll be a weekend split here of this series to end the regular season as Gallant and Virginia run into one another trying to play the puck. And they call a hand pass. That gets us exactly to the halfway mark of the third. We'll take a break. We're back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your...
Touchdown! Woo. Mountain Dew.
Exactly halfway through this third period, Athens with a 4-1 lead over the Columbus River Dragons. 5-on-5 action here as Athens wins that draw on the dotted center, but Columbus will dump it on in here after intercepting at center, and Osha back after it. And now the Rock Lobsters break the zone. Right side Johnson try to put the pass back in front. It bounced off the shin there of the defender and out to center. Stepping up on it and able to get to it now is Ryan Hunter cutting in. His shot, he scores! Ryan Hunter! A wrist shot that beats Rosenzweig high to the blocker's side, and the River Dragons have life. It's 4-2 Athens. .10:26 time of the goal for Ryan Hunter, who nets his 26th goal of the season. Well, that's got the crowd up and dancing once again, and hopefully Columbus has a couple more in the arsenal here. Boy, Weisblatt just loves creeping over that center line. He just jumps in there and gets it going.
River Dragons goal scored and assisted by number 88, Ryan Hunter. And goal at 10:26 of the third period.
Hunter unassisted. Well, let's see if the River Dragons can get it going here. Powell coming over, wants to go with Doherty, who was down there on the ice. At least I think that was Doherty. No, that was Jemayev, actually, who was trying to get after. Puck turned back into the Athens end of things. Bersani trying to move his way in. Doherty and Powell fought yesterday, and now Milan is getting the stick up high on Bersani, trying to get into his face. The Milan gave him a couple of good cross checks up high. Bersani was just trying to stay away, get onto the zone. I didn't necessarily think of Milan as the guy that you get under his skin, and here's Doherty and Powell with a grip on each other. And this is not going to abate anytime soon here. Everybody trying to find a partner. Powell is trying to antagonize Doherty to go, but Doherty is smarter than that, especially if Columbus might get a power play right now. Yeah, there's Powell with a glove punch. He just got a penalty. Attaboy, Docs. He shakes his head no. He is smarter than that, I'm telling you. And so Milan into the box. Powell into the box. Now Bersani's going to go 2. They're going to call it 5-on-4. Bersani's getting 2 for taking it in the face, but I get it. But Powell, quite honestly, that was dumb. He put his team down. And you could see it coming because Doherty was not interested in taking the bait. Then he threw a glove punch right into his right cheek and, well, not surprised. All of this is going to result in the 5th The Loft power play of the night for the River Dragons. The Loft features live music every Friday and Saturday night. Show your River Dragons ticket stub for a 2-for-1 deal on cover. Only at The Loft, proud partner of River Dragons Hockey. So now they got to put an extra rock lobster in there because I believe somebody picked up a 10. All penalties are at 11:07. Oh no. Stefora goes back. So maybe there is no 10 here. Powell got unsportsmanlike. That's why I thought he might have gotten a 10 as well, but he did not. We still don't have this sorted out. That's what they're trying to figure out. They have it listed as a 2-minute unsportsmanlike for Milan and for Bersani. So everybody gets unsportsmanlike. You get an unsportsmanlike, and you get an unsportsmanlike. I feel like Oprah up here. But I thought there was a 10. Maybe not. Either way, 2-minute power play for the River Dragons. Athens will start with a draw win and a clear.
And number 10, Garrett Milan, goes in for sportsmanlike conduct. And for Columbus, number 19, Hunter Bersani, is for sportsmanlike conduct.
So those are all the penalties there being announced. Moore will fire one in. Rosenzweig had to make a glove save and hang on. McDonald arrived looking for a puck. He'll get shoved out of there by the suddenly salty Carter Shinkarik. But Columbus, boy, if they could cash in finally on a power play chance here tonight. Underwood's going to take this face off. 8:32 to go in the third. And Columbus get another one back. One of the defenders without his stick. Here's a chance in, a shot, and Rosenzweig the save. Rebound to the side of the net. Hunter pulls it out. Moves it up top to Moore. Back to Hunter on the left side. Looking in front, cross ice. McDonald takes it off the dasher. Up top to Moore. Over to Hunter far dot. Hunter, wrist shot. Save made. Big pad rebound. Moore, far side. Hunter, backdoor. Oh, and McDonald couldn't connect. A chance to clear. Athens gets it down. Storjahan just trying to move that stick out of the way. Greco positions it at the blue line to stop a rush. Back in comes Columbus, and it kicks off a skate and goes out to center. Kyle Moore after it. McDonald, cross ice, banks it in. Ryan Hunter tracking it into the corner. Hunter behind the net. Oh, he got hit up high by Greco. Puck cleared down. Stanchion comes out. And we get a delay. That was a high hit by Greco. And Ryan Hunter wearing that bubble as he's playing through a facial injury. Now that's what Hunter's saying. They got Johnson earlier on an elbowing call, but Greco followed through high and caught Hunter in the shield. And they're going to have to fix that glass down there, but that was part of the problem. And that's why Ryan Hunter's upset. And of course, the Rock Lobsters bench has given it to him as well. And right now, there's two linesmen and a referee standing between the benches. There's an awful lot of gesturing going on. Referee Andy Lindley, number 38, Brian Cole, number 34. They've had their hands full in this series, and I don't know if we'll see him for game 1 on Wednesday. But I can tell you it's not going to be any calmer. Speaking of Wednesday, we would love to see it come out. Single game seats are on sale for that playoff game right now, but also special group packages are available at 706-507-4625. That's 706-507-4625. Or you can email us at tickets@rdragons.com. That's tickets@rdragons.com to book your group and bring them out. River Dragons playoff packages start with 10 people in your group. And the teal package, 10 tickets of best available seats, 1 CRD t-shirt for the group organizer, and a visit from Scorch and Torch. And that starts at $120. And then the red package, 20 tickets, best available, 2 River Dragons t-shirts, and also a visit from Scorch and Torch, a group PA announcement, and a signed puck for the River Dragons, plus the black package, 30 tickets of best available, 3 shirts, the visit from Scorch and Torch, a PA announcement, 2 signed pucks, a post-game on-ice photo as well. All that and more available for you as the River Dragons host Athens here on Wednesday night, 7:05. Looking forward to that. And boy, it's going to be an awesome game to see these two teams go at it. I mean, tonight it's been intense. Yesterday, it got intense towards the end of the game. And right now, the River Dragons have 40 seconds of power play time and a little bit of rest for them to be able to try to keep things, I guess, under control. They're actually going to have to get a brand new stanchion out there. Looks like there might be a damaged stanchion. The old one might be either bent or could have even just broken entirely for the impact. So they're getting a new stanchion out there. They're going to have to replace it, put that in. Austin Doe skating it out there. How about congratulations to Doe for picking up his 300th professional assist a little bit earlier with an assist on the River Dragons' first goal. And oh, now Robertson goes over and shoves Jemaeff right at the red line. And they're going to take Johnson. Virgili comes over quickly to argue with the linesman. Yeah, he got a 10 for that. No, 2. They gave him 2 for unsportsmanlike. Wow. That's a dumb penalty. But if Athens wants to keep taking them, if Athens wants to just do stupid things, why not? I think Robertson just gave the finger to either the referee or Hunter Brusani. I'm not sure. Robertson doesn't want to get in the box. He's still yapping. And Chinkarik and Underwood are talking it over with the other referee. Virgili and Johnson are waiting, but now Robertson's out. So I think he might have gotten 2 and 10. At first, oh no, okay, I know what it was. The referee was indicating it was number 2, Robertson, who picks up a 10. Okay, so no 5-on-3. It is a 10-minute unsportsmanlike misconduct for Robertson. So no 5-on-3. Rewind that. At 12:27. But number 2 gets 10. And that puts him out for the rest of the game. So they're going to shoot out some t-shirts here in the meantime. Well, they're still working on that glass down to our right. Got a couple shirts out there and right back off. I think the refs might have chased him off. Now someone else just got thrown out. Kyle Moore came over to see who it was that got thrown out. Is it Jamath? Oh, yeah, Jamath's getting thrown out, too. He's upset. I don't blame him. So Jamath will pick up a 10-minute misconduct. Meanwhile, they're still working on the glass. Xavier, what's our chat? What's our poll in the chat for tonight? Take a look over at the YouTube chat here. Let's see what we got going on. Who is your favorite fighter for the River Dragons? So we've got Doherty, Lind, Bockwell, and Slahetka as the combatants listed. And right now, Scott Doherty's got a pretty solid lead, but I encourage you to vote. And they can't figure this glass thing out. They're also on the other side of the glass. I'm kind of wondering if maybe something on the other side of that glass isn't perhaps broken. They're still trying to figure it out over there. Robertson's still standing in the hallway just outside the door, like he's going to come back on the ice. Johnson goes over to talk to him. .7:33 left in this third period whenever we resume play. It does not look like we're close. And this is the worst because it just completely destroys the momentum of the hockey game. Unfortunately, Columbus was having a pretty good power play until then. Credit to the fans who, for the most part, still sticking around. By the way, tonight was our final family 4-pack night of the year, and what a successful promotion. Great this year, and again, our thanks to all of our family 4-pack promotion sponsors who helped make this happen. And that includes Chick-fil-A Midland, Kissin' 99.3, Buffalo Rock Pepsi, Brewster's Ice Cream, and the Columbus Civic Center. And, I mean, all season long, once a month, the River Dragons have family 4-pack nights, and they've started selling them out. And tonight's family 4-pack availability sold out as well. It's $40, and it got you 4 seats, plus 4 hot dogs, 4 popcorn, 4 Pepsi products, and 4 Chick-fil-A coupons. So, I mean, that's a ton. That's over $120 in value. And it was just $40, and a great deal all year long. Tonight, again, was the last family 4-pack night, obviously the last game of the regular season. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and take our media timeout, so we'll take our final break of the period. We'll do that and come back. On the other side of the break, there's 7:33 left to go in this third period. Rock Lobsters 4, River Dragons 2, and this is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
All right, we're back here in River Dragons hockey. It looks like they have the glass as fixed as the glass is going to be fixed. So there were 2 10-minute misconducts handed out there. One to Jemaeff and one to Robertson. Robertson is still standing there down in the corner by the door like somebody's going to let him back on the ice magically. Powell got himself an extra 2 for unsportsmanlike, along with Milan and Bersani, so all 3 unsportsmanlike. And that's how the River Dragons got the power play they have right now. It is their 5th chance on the loft power play. They're 0 for 4. There's 40 seconds left in the man advantage. Well, I guess we're not any closer to restarting because they're still having a zebra conference, and Shinkarik, who is the captain of the Rock Lobsters, was over there talking to 3 of the 4. Of course, you got to have 1 linesman stationed between the benches. Tonight, you got to have 2. Now Virgili comes over with instructions. And trying to tell Powell what to do here. Still trying to figure this out. Now the scorekeeper wants to know what's going on. The referee has gone back over to the corner to talk to the ice crew. Is the glass not sufficiently repaired? Well, I guess it is. We're going to get her going. We better close the Zamboni door if that's going to be the case. All right. Zamboni door closed. We're going to drop the puck. Hey, did you know we were playing a hockey game once upon a time? 7:33 to go in the 3rd period. Athens wins the draw down. Let's see if Columbus can have a hot restart here. Right side, here's Wickline moving in on the wing. Wickline into the high slot area. Thornton tried to shove it across, blocked, but it came back to him. Slahetka now with it. His shot deflected behind, bouncing side of the net. Puck is free. Shinkarik trying to backhand it along, cut off at the line by Slahetka. Into the high slot area and moved away, and now Virgili a breakaway. Short-handed, moving in Virgili, shoots, and the save by Petizian. A huge breakaway stop by Petizian on a short-handed chance by Virgili. Boy, that was massive. Columbus is down to just 5 seconds in the power play here with a defensive zone draw. But they're lucky it wasn't 5-2, and you can thank their goaltender for that. We do now go back to 5-on-5 as Powell steps out of the box. McDonald tying it up on the near side. It's pulled out. And Oja sending it behind the net. Plouffe trying to turn back up the right side with it. Trying to fight through the check. There's a shot. Glukarev rips it over top of the net. At the right point, kept in by Greco. Into the slot, there's a shot. Weisblad heels it wide of the net. Plouffe up the middle. McDonald, little flip pass onto the left side. Ryan Hunter will dump it in from there. Athens on the regroup here as Columbus starting a line change. Rock Lobsters doing the same. Down to 6:10 to go in the 3rd. 4-2. Athens in the lead. Columbus got one back here. But they're going to need 2 more. Lind will chase it all the way down, no icing. Thornton onto the left wing side, pass back across, and Doe puts it in but offside. So now coming onto the box, Bersani and Milan. I can almost tell you the last minute, maybe even the last 30 seconds of this game are going to be just a little bit crazy. Face off one back, Rock Lobsters. Up the left side, Murray. That puck tipped on in. Behind the net, Petizian swings it around far side. Storjahan can't get it out. Shot by Colatarsi and a blocker save by Petizian. Played up the left side, Murray. In front, it's tipped away, and now Thornton trying to skate it out of danger. Takes two huge whacks, gets it to center at least, as it's sent back the other way. The bouncer there. Lind trying to move it along and turned over. Stafora shot, save made. Rebound is handled by the River Dragons. They'll wedge it out to center as it comes down just in front of Bersani. Trying to come up with that puck. It ends up with Doherty. Keep in mind, no more Jamaev for the River Dragons, no more Robertson for Athens. They have both been excused for 10. Robertson still standing down there in the corner watching it. Right side, here's Virgili. 4:45 to go in this third period. We've already taken the media time out here. A reminder, our last time out of the third. Here's Smith on the rush, and he's shouldered out wide. Feeds it in front. Doe will get it over to Doherty. Doherty steps around Virgili. Try to lead it ahead off the thigh pad there of Texmo. Texmo stepping up, trying to get to it. Bounced out off Doherty. Texmo is in offside. And Shinkarik goes over to give Texmo a shot. And Johnson didn't like it either. Bonquill now talking to Shinkarik, and Johnson hovering right next to him. All the little conversations that happen in the course of a hockey game. 4:22 to go here in the third. 4-2. Athens leads. And again, it's going to be testy down the stretch. Left side, here's Glukariev. Milan tried a shot that goes wide. Texmo on it. And now tipped on ahead. Here comes Columbus. Left side, Bersani. Looking for help. Has to feed it around behind the net. Doherty over to the right wing. Doherty trying to pin it on the wall. It's pulled out of there. Now Milan ahead to center. Up the left wing side. One-on-one against Underwood here. Puts it in towards the net. Knocked away by Petizian. Swung around the glass. And now it's kept in up top. Glukariev, long shot in. Petizian a glove save, and a hold on. Face-off will be to the left of the River Dragons goal with 3:44 to go in this third period. River Dragons hockey brought to you in part by Country Inn & Suites, the official host hotel of the River Dragons, and by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Columbus River Dragons. Face-off one back into the corner. River Dragons out the right side, trying to move it up the slot. Fed back down low. Virgili around to Slahetka. Slahetka with a lead that's picked off at center, but a chance for Plouffe to get it ahead. That goes into the River Dragons bench for a whistle. The 3:29 showing on this third period clock. Columbus needs 2, and now the thought becomes, at what point do they think about bringing out Petizian? Do they think about pulling the goaltender? When you need 2 goals, you might think to do it a little bit earlier, of course, situationally, depending on what happens here in the next couple of shifts. Colatarsi steps up on a puck at center. It's dumped back in. Slahetka. Virgili. They go to the corner together. Johnson on the near side. Here's Moore. And Moore gets low bridged by Virgili. His helmet comes off in the process. Virgili's, that is. And Moore is a little slow to get up. Penalty coming against Virgili for that low hit. Ryan Hunter. He gets sandwiched off at center. Even Petizian had something to say to Johnson at center as he was coming back on the ice from the extra attacker getting out there. Tripping is the call. So it'll be the 6th chance of the power play for the River Dragons. Power play brought to you by The Loft, featuring live music every Friday and Saturday night in downtown Columbus. Show your River Dragons ticket stub for a 2-for-1 deal on cover only at The Loft, proud partner of River Dragons hockey. Okay, 2:57 to go in the third. It's 4-2 Rock Lobsters. River Dragons on the power play. They're going to opt to start with the goaltender in and go 5-on-4. Because if you do pull the goaltender while you're shorthanded, of course, you give the Rock Lobsters unlimited shots at the empty net from any distance because there is no fear of icing on the power play. Face off to the right of the Rock Lobsters goal. Austin Doe out there to take this one. And it's one back to the left point by Columbus. Over to the right side here, Slahetka with a shot. And it tumbles into the chest of Rosenzweig. He makes the save and hangs on. Rosenzweig hasn't had a whole lot to do this period, but Columbus has beaten him once. I imagine it'll be Rosenzweig that Columbus will see in Game 1 on Wednesday. Not really sure who the River Dragons starter is going to be honest with you. You can make a case for both Petizian and Babbitt. Wickline and Milan, a pair of 10s in for this face-off eventually. Draw one over to the near side, and River Dragons tied up, could not get to it. Shinkarik absolutely had the stick of dough wrapped up, and that allowed a clear. So again, a reminder, Columbus on the power play here as they try to bring it ahead. Coughed up at center, Milan. Texmo took a penalty. Well, there goes the power play. Hooking the call. .17:31 time of the penalty. Eventually, it'll give the Rock Lobsters their third power play of the night. They're 0 for 2, but we're going to skate 4-on-4 for the next minute, 32 seconds. And at this point, maybe you don't bring the goaltender out. But maybe you do. Maybe you do. Try it anyway, 5-on-4. Rock Lobsters keep the draw, and here's Kolatarski with a shot steered away by the left pad there. And the puck around behind the net. McDonald onto the right wing side. It'll be carried ahead. Thornton in over the line, cutting in on the right wing, all the way down low behind the net. Thornton hooked up, tried to turn back for it, still has it pinned against the wall. Kyle Moore trying to help out. Net is empty. Storjahan over to the far side. Shot coming in and deflects over. Hunter with a shot on Rosenzweig. A split save going to his left. Robbed Ryan Hunter. That was a humongous stop right there, because if it goes 4-3 with just under 2 minutes left to go, it might be time for a little bit of excitement. Columbus is going with 4 forwards and 1 D. Thornton, Hunter, Storjahan, McDonald, Moore. McDonald is directing traffic here before this face-off. And he wins it back right to where he told Moore to go. Moore back over to Storjahan. Storjahan moving it down low to Hunter. Hunter up top to Storjahan, bouncing puck at the line. He keeps it in. Moves it over to Moore. Up top to Storjahan, lets a shot go. Tip just wide of the net. Centering attempt blocked by Rosenzweig. Cleared to the line, not out. Moved over to the right circle. Here's Hunter. Storjahan down low. Puck in the corner, McDonald. He'll curl up top with it. Quick shot to the net, glove save, and Rosenzweig wanted to play it. And whoop, here we go. Thornton and Murray wrestle each other down to the ice. Gloves came off. Murray's trying to pick him up and throw punches, but Thornton was down. Well, Murray's gloves came off. Thornton's did not. And they're going to get early showers. I imagine that's all going to even itself out with 1:23 to go. Still 4-2 Athens, still 4-on-4. The River Dragons with the goaltender out, pushing it 5-on-4. I think this is the most time Underwood and Shinkarik have had to spend together, even perhaps since while they were teammates. River Dragons keep 5 out there. Now it's Bersani to take the face-off, along with Hunter, McDonald, Storjahan, and more. So they are going 5 forwards here, with Petizian on the bench. Bersani wins it back towards McDonald. McDonald onto the right side to Storjahan, cutting down low with the Storjahan side of the net. Blockered away by Rosenzweig. Storjahan out the far side, still has it. Trying to feed it up top, Kyle Moore will pick it up to the near dot. McDonald with his head up looking. McDonald, Storjahan pressured on the wall, trying to battle his way free. Storjahan in space, gets it up top to Moore. Moore walks around Milan, feeds it back over Storjahan. And now it's 5-on-5. McDonald behind the net, trying to feed it in front. Blocked back to him, over to the far side. Hunter with a shot ripped around the glass. It comes out to center. And now Moore turning. Virgili's got a chance for the empty net on the backhand. He shoved it wide. 38 seconds to go. Moore trying to chop it up the wall. Turned over, shot hit the side of the net again. Bounced in front. How about Milan? Nope, still can't get the empty net. Alden had a chance and missed. 25 seconds to go. River Dragons tried to dump it in. That hit a player at the Athens bench. That whistle should have went. It did not. River Dragons, Alden, backhand to the empty net. He finally scores and puts it away with about 11 seconds to go. Well, clock stops at 9.8, and Athens celebrating like they've won the Stanley Cup. And now Greco having a chat with everybody in a black uniform. Yeah, it's getting a little ridiculous. But if there is any better way, look at Athens. This celebration is ridiculous. Is this on camera? Yeah, it is. This is so dumb. Yay, we just won a game, regular season. Hey, how about it? Well, we'll see who's still standing at the end of the postseason. Look like a bunch of Pee Wee players celebrating that empty net goal out there. Icing against Athens with 0.3 to go. So we will have the Pepsi postgame show coming up for you. Scoring wrap. We'll meander through the stats. Powell and Doherty are having a chat right now, but I don't imagine anything comes out of this. I think we just drop it and get out of here. But then again, we shall see. And that's it. Doe gets cross-checked by Powell. That has to be the ultimate sign of disrespect to Austin Doe. Johnson's trying to get Glukariev and Powell to go back and celebrate with their teammates. We're going to push on into Pepsi postgame show mode. Stay tuned. More coming your way in just a moment. Rock Lobsters win it 5-2. This is River Dragons hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can have...
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmo's, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up, you can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmo's rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Back here in the Pepsi postgame show, Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining me. 5-2 Rock Lobsters win tonight over the Columbus River Dragons. Let's go back through the scoring. In this one, Columbus got on the board first, and it was early, just 22 seconds into the game. Connor Lind is 6th of the year from Doe and Wickline. Austin Doe, congratulations, his 300th professional assist. And Doe with a big milestone on that goal made it 1-0 Columbus after one, but then a 3-goal outburst in the second period by the Rock Lobsters, Milan, Glukariev, and Virgili. And it was 3-1 after two. Then in the third, just a minute 49 in, it became 4-1. Gallant with a goal is 40th from Virgili and Kolatarsi. And now, really, Rock Lobsters were in the driver's seat. Columbus did close it back down. An unassisted goal at 10:26 by Ryan Hunter. Really nice wrist shot up high over the left shoulder of the goaltender, Rosenzweig. But Columbus could get no closer. They give up an empty netter late in the game, scored by Alden, and that one coming at 19:51 to ice the 5-2 win. Shots on goal in this game. Columbus by period 9 in the first, 10 in the second, 9 in the third for 28. For Athens, 9, 13, and 10 for 32. Power plays finish. River Dragons 0 for 6. Rock Lobsters 0 for 3. Take a break in this Pepsi postgame show. When we come back, it'll be time to look at these Elmo zipping out of town scoreboard, so stay tuned. That's coming your way. Right back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons hockey.
Introducing New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry. It's different.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Back here on the Pepsi Postgame Show, Tom Callahan here with you, and it's time to take a look back at that Zelmo zip-in out-of-town scoreboard in the FPHL tonight. Several games going final. You got Danbury 5-2 winners over Watertown here tonight, and then Binghamton 10-1 final over HC Venom tonight. Prowlers 5-2 winners over the Rockers as well. 6-1 Blue Ridge takes care of the Dashers. And then 6-2 Carolina leading late in the second over Monroe. Hard to see a comeback from Monroe in that one, but I guess you never know. How about the Zydeco and Seawolves are tied up at 3? That one is at the end of the second period. That could come down to the wire and could affect the way things are going to go for that 4-5 matchup, who gets home ice. If the Zydeco get anything less than 3 points, it's going to Blue Ridge. So that'll be interesting to see how that pans out. All right, National Hockey League. Second intermission, Utah's up 4-3 on the Dallas Stars. 10 o'clock tonight, Wild at Canucks, Preds at Golden Knights, and Blues at Kraken. Everyone else is a final. In a shootout, Flyers 4-3 over the Islanders. Blue Jackets 7-0 over the Capitals. Hurricanes 7-3 winners over the Rangers. Kings 5-4 over the Avalanche. A shootout, but the Panthers beat the Sabres 3-2. 1-0 in overtime, Leafs over the Canadiens. Mitch Marner with the goal there. And in a shootout, Jets 5, Blackhawks 4. Baseball, plenty of finals for you. And no-hitter for the Angels, but Ty Anderson gets the win as the Angels 4-1 over the Astros tonight. Reds 5-2 over the Pirates. 6-3 Guardians beat the Royals. 3-1 Athletics over the Mets. The Braves do pick up the win tonight. 5-4 over the Rays. 3-2 White Sox over the Red Sox. 7-6 Marlins over the Nationals. 8-4 Yankees beat the Giants. 4-1 Phillies over the Cardinals. Tigers 4-0 over the Twins, and the Blue Jays lose to the Orioles tonight 5-4. Here's what's going on right now. 3-0 Brewers lead the Diamondbacks top 7. In the bottom of the 6th, it's 2-0 Padres over the Rockies. Top of the 4th inning, Cubs 1-0 over the Dodgers. And in the top of the 2nd inning, Rangers 1, Mariners 0. And finally, heading into the final round of the Masters tomorrow, it is Rory McIlroy with a 2-shot lead at 12 under par over Bryson DeChambeau. Well, that's going to do it for our final regular season broadcast. But, boy, if you needed a weekend series to sell you on why you should be buying playoff tickets to Game 1 coming up here on Wednesday night between the River Dragons and the Rock Lobsters, I don't know that I can give you a better reason than the physical series that took place between these two. It's a weekend split. Columbus wins last night. Athens wins tonight. 5-2 is your final, but folks, we're back at it. Wednesday night, Game 1 of a best-of-3 series between these two teams right here in Columbus at 7:05 p.m. Get your tickets now at the box office here at the Civic Center or on Ticketmaster.com. So we will talk to you on Wednesday night when it's time for Commissioner's Cup playoff hockey. Keep your browser pointed to ourdragons.com for all the news and notes about what's going on heading into this big-time playoff series, and we look forward to talking to you then. My thanks to Xavier Allender for producing tonight's broadcast. This is Tom Callahan saying good night.